So I think I just realized that the background music hasn't been playing this entire time in my lobby. That's annoying. Hey everybody, can you do a sound check for me real quick? It'd mean a lot. Make sure you can hear me and all that. Can you hear me? I also put chat on screen because I wanted to see what that looked like. You guys can tell me how that looks. The music's too loud, I think, right? Let me lower that. Let me check everything's good. Yeah, thanks, Piero. I appreciate it, and thank you for the subs for a year in a row. That's crazy. It feels like the way time just like flies by. It's actually like weird and insane. I'm gonna keep with the Yu-Gi-Oh track since we're working on that. We're gonna be inking this piece that was commissioned by Darkstrider, which he's really sweet for doing that. As you can tell, it's my avatar in there. We're trick-or-treating, and there's some Naruto references in there. So we're basically gonna ink that. And I want to talk about how like the con went, because we went to a con, and I want to talk about stuff that I'm working on. So it's gonna be kind of like an update stream, especially since it's been like, what, 2-3 weeks since my last stream, because I had to do the con. So yeah, so we're gonna do that while we wait for people to come in. Let me just yeah, I can't believe it wasn't playing my music in my lobby this entire time. How boring. Anyways. Hey Shadow Spits, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I want to hear about all your weekend and what you ate today. I want to hear it all. So let me just. Also, this Piero is currently on a 7-day stream streak. That's correct. 7 stream streak. I said 7-day. Thank you so much, Piero, for hanging out. I hope I'm entertaining. I mean, I like to think so, but I missed your streams. Which ones did you miss? Because the last 2 weekends I did not stream because we were doing we went to a convention for like a long weekend. It was exhausting. I'm gonna talk about it. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, because I don't think I streamed since the 7th, I think, or the 8th, something like that. Today I decided to post on TikTok comments roasting and I'll draw them, and I got over 70 comments. First of all, good for you. That's awesome. But second, ouch. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'd be scared to do something like that. I'd have to put like a cap on it, like after like 5 no more. But I hope you have fun drawing all of those fun OCs. OCs are my favorite kind of commission to get. I always like to draw people's OC. But yeah, so let me just get the tablet on me so I can chat while I talk a little with you guys. I also have my mochi snack, remember? It's becoming a routine. A total coincidence that I keep having these while I'm streaming. Okay. I also put this like white papery cutout on it so that I'm able to see the characters in ink without having to make the background disappear, because I did the background and I kind of like it and I wanted to keep it on stream. No, I missed. By I missed it, I meant that I missed you having streams. Oh, like you missed my streams. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Well, speaking of streams, I do have some fun stuff coming. So, I don't know. What should I tell you first? Should I tell you about the con first? Or should I tell you about some fun stuff I'm working on first? I'll let you guys pick. I'll let you guys decide which story you want to hear first. And I want to hear stories from you guys. What you've been up to. Here, it's good to know that you've been lurking for 7 streams in a row. You're not big on chatting, huh? Mochi, my mochi. Yeah, I missed them too. I enjoy streaming. I want to do it more. Which again, has to do with something that I'm going to share. Yeah, I'm more of a lurker. Me too. Me too. I'm a much bigger lurker. Not that I don't watch streams that much, and when I do, it's often the same people. Mainly because I forget. But I've been doing it more. I've been trying to lurk more on Katie's streams and stuff, and Aura's. I want to hear about the con. Okay. So, sorry, I'm a little paranoid because the internet was being weird today, so I just like keep checking on it. Okay. So this was our best con so far. It was really fun. It was called Andy Rebel. I don't know if you guys been. I'm going to assume. Wait, I'm going to assume not, because this is the first one that was actually hosted in Toronto, because I think this one comes from Vancouver, if I'm not mistaken. It's like the biggest con up like more north of Canada. So this was the first one south. And we went to it, and it was really fun. Actually, let me show you a picture. Let me show you a photo. I'm sorry. I should have had this ready in advance. Let me find it. Where did I put this thing? Show you a picture of our booth. Why is this taking so long? Oh, wait, I found it. There we go, there's me. Oh, my husband's lurking my stream. He just sent me better pictures. Hang on. I got better ones. I'm not gonna show that one. I'm like talking halfway. I look ridiculous. I'll show this one instead. There we go. Look how, okay. Sorry that took way too long to get. Look how big the space was. I was mind blown by how big, like, how much, like, we had more space than we know what to do with. It was really fun. And there was so much interest, and people were asking so many questions, and like, it was so cool to talk about like sort of things like in person to people. It was really neat, and I spent like a bunch of the time at the con like walking around and like meeting lots of cool people, which is really different for me because I'm not really a social person. You know, I'm kind of antisocial. I'm kind of awkward in person, but everybody was like really nice and patient. It was really neat. That's so cool. Yeah, it was really, really fun. You can see like we had the series preview on the table. See, it was this one, and I've shown you guys a million times. And you can't really tell too much because I have stuff in the way, but I'm wearing my attempt shirt, which is so typical of me. Hey, I'm just stopping by. The con looked fun. It was! Hey, Bobo, how are you doing? What are you up to this weekend? The only time I really go to cons is when I go to one up in Calgary in May. How come? Is there like a specific reason for that? Is that like your favorite one? Is cons not usually your usual scene? Like, what's the story behind that? If you don't mind sharing. Yeah, it was super great. I think yeah, this was definitely our best con so far, which was really, really cool. And I want to show you guys a picture. I was excited. It's Thanksgiving weekend. It was much needed work. As much needed work was exhausting and stressful because I was wrongfully written up twice. Wrongfully? What happened? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to share, but dang. Yeah, it's my favorite one. That plus there aren't any others that have taken my interest. That makes sense. Well, what's it called? The one that you like to go to? But yeah, super fun. Gosh, I feel like I had so many more stories. I love walking around and supporting other artists. I did buy a couple things here and there. It was really fun. I felt like special for a second because the con social media people were taking pictures of us. Means absolutely nothing, but it was still fun anyway. Felt like I was important, you know? What else? Yeah, it was just great, and I want to do this one again next year for sure. They said that if I got a third write-up, I'll be out of work. Oh my gosh! But what are you doing that upset them so much? Okay, so let's start inking. I want to talk more about the con, but I'm pulling a blank. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and like ask, and I'll talk more. And then I'll tell you more about like some projects I'm working on. And in the meantime, we should start inking so that I can actually get something done, because I talk too much during stream. Who should we start inking with first? Who should we start with? I'm biased. I'm kind of leaning in some kind of way. You know? I think you guys know. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna jump in. But if you guys want me to work on a specific character at a time, please do not hesitate to say so. So, like a layer here for the inks, and let's pop in. Make the liner or the sketch transparent, and let us begin. Trying to appeal and hope they get removed. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a shame for them to be like so upset. I wonder what happened. Girl says it's primarily for anime and pop culture. I mostly go there for pop culture stuff. Oda Fest. Cool. So you like pop culture stuff. So what kind of stuff are you into right now that you would go there for to browse? While I was at the con, I was really surprised that I didn't see as much K-pop Demon Hunter stuff as I thought I would. Like I thought that was gonna dominate the space, kind of like I remember when Genshin Impact was just started to get really big, and I remember seeing it all over the place. Like you could not escape. But I saw only like 2 cosplays. Like I think I saw like 2 different sets of like the girls, like 2 different people cosplaying them, and then I saw like 1 person cosplaying the main demon guy. But like, and then even like the art and stuff, like I didn't see that much fan art. I was just surprised. It was still there, but I was just surprised. Got a major Kirby and Pokemon kick recently, thanks to Legends, yeah, and Air Riders. There's a lot of game stuff out there. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about those ones, for sure. Especially Rika. I did meet Rika, and I wanted to talk about that too, but she's not. I don't think she's going to be on stream this time. I guess I'll save that story for next time. And the reason why I bring it up is because she was talking to me about that game too. She's a fan. I say currently playing Air Riders. It's, you know, one of my because as you guys know, like I don't really make that much time for video games anymore because when I'm not working, I'm doing my second job, which is constantly drawing. And but I did play a lot when I was younger, and I did have a Kirby Air Ride game for the GameCube, and I remember really liking it. I used to, like when I was younger, I used to think of it as like a Mario Kart, but with higher difficulty level. I don't know why. I had a hard time winning that one. Have you met many fans? So far, here's the thing. I think I've only met like maybe 4, but 2 I actually don't remember them because they were people I don't actually like engage with regularly, and this was a long time ago. So like I used to do cons like all the time, like 10 years ago, before I decided to take comics really seriously and create Silver FANGS. I was doing like fan art and stuff a lot, and then it was there where people did like come up to me and say they knew who I was and they recognized me, but I didn't know who they were. So there was a handful of those times, and then now that hasn't happened yet, but I did meet 2 fans that I actually do interact with regularly, which is Aura and Rika. And if you guys are in the community a lot, you guys would know who they are because they talk a lot. Specifically, Rika's a big fan of Hunter from SilverPangs, and Aura really likes Nate, and Aura's also a streamer as well. She streams video games, so and they both live in Canada, so and they're actually not that like far, like driving wise. Like actually, because they've bought stuff from my shop, I actually like know where they live. And yeah, so they're technically they're not local, like it's still a distance away, but like for a con the commute's really not that bad. So the moment I started doing cons again, they decided to come find me, so I was able to meet those 2. So those are really the only instances where I met fans, but I would love to meet more, though I do get like really like weird in the beginning. It's so strange, like when I meet people that I engage with online, like it's awkward, right? Because it's not like the same. And sometimes I worry that because like I can't really keep a conversation on for very long. I know it may look differently on stream, but talking out loud or thinking out loud is not quite the same as like responding and keeping eye contact and stuff. I'm incredibly introverted, you know, I'm a solo siren for a reason. But I do my best, and so far it's been really nice. Like Aura and Rika both like, you know, understood, like respected the space and didn't make me feel like overwhelmed or anything. They were really cool. They just came by, they chatted, they supported the booth, and they left. And then occasionally they'd come by, and like Rika would come by and she showed me something that she bought. She was like, and she'd be like, oh, I saw like some attempt work on this booth. It was this booth number if you want to go look at it. It was sweet. It was really nice. I really enjoyed them meeting them both. Bobo says, I've been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Yes, you have. And how's it going? Pure says, Air Riders is a direct sequel to Air Ride. It's so damn fun. Like the one I was talking about? The one you're playing is the direct sequel to the game that I played? Is that what you're saying? Why did I think there was so many more like installments in between then? But I could be wrong. Just correct me about what you mean by that. I've got at least... Okay. That's a lot of bells to pay back for my second home. Okay. Yeah. Yep, Animal Crossing is work. As an introvert, I totally get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's been good so far. It's been really good so far. In fact, it was actually thanks to Rika who gave me the idea of doing spot commissions, because we weren't doing spot commissions, we were just talking about the SilverPangs and stuff to people. And when Rika came around, she was telling me, she was like, oh, like I got a spot commission from this person and this person. She's like, I want one from you. Do you do spot commissions? And I was just like, I used to when I used to do cons. I don't know why. So I was like, sure. I was like, yeah, I'll do them now. I don't know if you guys saw hers in the server. She shared it. Oh, don't worry. I am very socially anxious. I know the feeling. Yeah, yeah. So since you're watching, if anybody ever happens to run into me in person at a show, just approach slowly, you know? Be gentle with me. Like, Aura was not gentle. Rika was way more gentle. Aura was not gentle at all, but I wasn't too caught off guard with her because I've seen her streams, so I kind of was expecting that personality. And she did warn me that she was coming. So I was able to prepare for that. Yeah, she was a lot more aggressive and chatty, and she took all my she took like a chunk of our cards, and as she was walking around the show, she was like giving them to people. It was really cute. She's a sweetheart. But yeah, it was really cool. It was a fun time, and I was really like surprised and happy with just how much interest SilverPangs was getting. It gave me kind of like a confidence boost for its future. Like like, a lot of people thought it was a mainstream thing. A lot of people, like, would come by the booth and stop and look it up on their phones, thinking that it was something that they should know. And then when they realized what it was, they were like, oh, this is indie? And I was like, yeah. They're like, dang, it's like, this is really good. Like, lots of people were, like, impressed. And we would ask people what was attracting them to the booth and what they were finding interesting, and 9 out of 10 times people were saying that the art was good. So that was good for me to hear, because I was just like, good. It's what art is supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be making you interested. So it was just very reassuring, you know? It was nice. The only bummer though is that I did do a rotation around the place, and I only found like 2 other vendors who were promoting original content, and it wasn't even comics. It was just I think like one girl was doing like original like jewelry designs, and then another group of people were doing like this very like witchy aesthetic stuff, like prints and stickers and whatnot, like all original designs. Because I was trying to find like other like indie stuff, but most people were doing the fan art stuff, you know? Which is to be expected. It was an anime con. But there was supposed to be like a section for original content. At least that's what it was. At least that's how it was listed on the website, and it was not the case. I would have liked to see more indie. Hell yeah, ditto. It was great. It was great. It was really cool that people were so impressed. It's a good sign, I think. Or I don't know, maybe it's wishful thinking, but it's a good sign for me. You know what I did see a lot of though? That I could not get away from even if I were to close my eyes. Okay, but I couldn't do that because I had to see where I was going. Okay, as blind as I am. It was Love in Deep Space. My goodness, that stuff is everywhere. And it's not, like, can people please, and this doesn't just go for Love in Deep Space, okay, can people, like, not hang up the not safe for work stuff? Like, there were kids around, that made me so, like, I'm so innocent. I was blushing the whole time walking around Artist Alley. Like, I couldn't even, like, look at a booth without seeing extremely risque stuff of the guys from Love in Deep Space. Or like the waifu body pose and stuff. Like, it's so, they get so bad sometimes, so bad. Hey, that's my girl Aura. Hey Aura, I was just talking about you. Oh my, it's a cutie. Well, you know, takes one to know one. How are you? What's happening? Piro, God. That's the reason why I like Odafest. You have to cover that stuff up. Really? That's good. That should be a standard for every con. Like, man. Like, my eyes have not seen a lot of stuff like that. So when it's, I just get caught off guard, okay? I'm very rarely exposed to stuff like that. And it was funny because there was one point where I was just browsing and talking to the vendors. I heard Love in Deep Space. Yeah, sorry, or a supplier of that. What happened? There was so much lewd Love in Deep Space stuff at Annie RevoCon. It's so bad, Aura. Like, you don't understand. Like, I was blushing the whole time. I couldn't get it. Like, it was everywhere. And I was saying that it's too much. Like, they should keep the not safe for work stuff behind the counter, you know? Or at least put like big stars on certain things. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It wasn't covered. It wasn't. It wasn't. The only time I saw any kind of covering is on some like waifu prints, I think from one specific artist that had like full-on nudity, so those were covered up. But even if it's not full-on nudity, like some of the, like, it may as well be. Let me just say that. Hugs on the art. I respect people have different standards, but it should be posted in a public place. Yes, they were kids. I didn't like that personally. And Millie is in chat. Oh my goodness. I just got back from sushi restaurant. Oh, jealous. Hope you had a good con weekend. Yeah, look at the picture. Wait. Look at how great the booth was. We got such a big space. I was surprised when we got there and saw the size of the spot. Okay, you guys are going to get in an ad in about 13 seconds. Don't go away. When you come back, I'll talk about the con again. I was hoping Rika would be with us, but she's not going to be with us today because I did meet her. But yeah, and then I'll talk about a project that I'm working on I think you guys are really going to like. So in the meantime, for those who don't get the ad, like Piro and my buddies at Sub, I'm going to continue inking and question myself. Why did I not do his eye before going into the hair? I'm goofy. So let's just get that going. Thank you, Aura, for the sub once again. 27 months in a row? That's crazy. That's crazy. I appreciate you so much. You're everything. Just focusing on Thames. I hate when I keep going over the line, like the same line over and over again, but you know, it has to be done. It has to be perfect because he's perfect. Fangirl slip? Ignore. Okay. Also, when this track ends, because it's actually not that long, we need new music. But I'm feeling pretty good, so I might put like another like upbeat kind of vibe, like this one. So just wait. Okay. Got some weight there. Again, if you guys want to see me move on to a different character to change up the visuals on stream, you just let me know. I'll go do that. Like that. Okay, I think we're back from chat, right? I mean, from ads. Millie said, oh, by the way, guys, real quick, if you're looking on stream, tell me what you prefer, because I'm still asking everybody this question, because I'm getting mixed, like, responses. Like, we haven't gotten a winning vote yet. So there's small cam and big cam, where you see more of me and my flaws. But, tell me which layout you like more. Obviously, the small cam has a lot more going on, because I'm able to fit more in, but you just tell me which one you like. And tell me if chat on screen that way bothers you. I added it just to see how that goes, because most people usually do it. I don't know. You tell me what you think of that. Millie says, I wish I went, but it's a long drive. No worries, Millie. There will be other shows. But it was a lot of fun, though. It was a lot of fun. But it was really small. That's another thing. That's a complaint I have. For the cost of the space, we expected a much bigger show, but it was actually quite small. And when I went around talking to other vendors, everybody was pretty upset for the same reason. They thought it was total, like, they overcharged the artists for sure. But I'm like 99% sure that next year is going to be a lot bigger. I think because this was this specific convention's first year. I think they didn't want to go too big, but it did very well, so yeah. Where it says, bruh, not realizing I didn't use my Prime membership, my Prime sub with like a day left. Oh no! Well, I'm honored that you picked me to give it to. Thank you. Pierre says, it makes me very sad that the very few cons down here in the UK are just so whatever, to be honest. Really? That's surprising. You would think that in the, like, UK they would have, like, serious cons. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. That just sounds surprising to me. Kyle says, how are you and how is MJ? Love the hair today and curls look great. Thank you. Yeah, I was playing with it. I used to do, like, they're really heavy curls. I used to do these all the time. And then I stopped because I started cutting my hair a little bit shorter, so when I curl them, then it gets, like, really short and it looks weird. But my hair is super long and I have to cut it, so it works. But yeah. Pierre says, I have to go abroad just to find a half-decent con. That sucks. But, you know, it is what it is where you live and stuff, right? But that sucks. But yeah. Yeah, so this was a picture of the con. It was really great, you guys. So much interest for Silver Fangs. People were really into it. They thought it was like a real mainstream thing. They didn't believe that it was indie. It really, people had a lot of good things to say. It was really, really fun. And it was so cool talking in person about it rather than like on stream or typing online. Like people were like asking what it is and they were saying, oh, like this looks really awesome. And yeah, it was great. Where it says, I love lads. Oh, love and deep space, but man, the community can also be a little on the sauce. Yeah, it was crazy, the content that I saw, man. Just out in the open. No covers, nothing, just like out there. And there was one time where I was talking to one vendor, and I heard a conversation to the table next to me, and they were talking about Love and Deep Space, and they were talking about how like dangerously like extreme the community is. I don't know if that's true. I have no idea. I don't play Love and Deep Space. I only know Aura, and she's the only person I know that like plays. So apparently it's like a toxic scene. As you know what, as most fandoms are, honestly, people sometimes can get like crazy. Your art is just so good. Oh, thank you, Aura. I'm glad you had a great time. It was fantastic. Your art is definitely professional. Also, I do feel that this is the rise of indie artists. Yeah, I hope you're right about that. Not just for me, but just for indie in general. I feel like it's really, really difficult. Like that's why I said like I didn't see any indie creators at the show other than two others who weren't doing comics. They were just doing like just independent other things. You know, and it's just because it's a hard sell, right? Like you got to do your fan art just to get by. So like I get it. But also I wish there was more. But it's very difficult. But the overwhelmingly positive feedback just made me feel so great. It just made me feel like it's a bright future for Silver Fangs with like the turnout. Like you know when you could just see on people's faces, because again online is different. I can't see people's faces when they're confronted with Silver Fangs. But in person I'm seeing people's first impressions on their faces, and I could just tell that they were wowed, and then they would come and tell us that they were wowed, and it was great. I didn't realize just how big Love and Deep Space is. It is. It's humongous. It was big. There was more Love and Deep Space stuff tenfold than K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. I thought I was going to see a lot of K-pop Demon Hunters, but not even close. There was K-pop Demon Hunter stuff, but like compared to Love and Deep Space, crazy. Man, let's go back to inking. By the way, if you guys don't know, this was commissioned by Darkstrider. He was awesome. He actually commissioned my avatar with her husband, trick-or-treating with their kid. Wait, let me make this easier for you guys to see. Hang on. There we go. And you can see I dressed up Kaiba and Mokuba as Itachi and Sasuke because I thought that was really funny. And I also really like Naruto. So, and the art siren is... wait, let me make this up. The art siren is dressed as a mermaid, you know, hiding in plain sight, and her husband's doing the same. He's dressed as a prince / king, whatever, and then our son is cosplaying as Naruto, so he's getting extra candy for that. And our son looks a lot like the Pharaoh, but his color scheme is going to take after the ArtSiren. It's actually funny, this is the first time I've ever drawn my fanfic son, so, which I didn't even realize, because he's like been burned in my head for so long, and I'm just like, so when Darkstrider commissioned this, I was just like, I never drew him? Huh. So, I think you guys will like him. Surprisingly, I haven't seen any at a con I went to. Seen what? K-pop Demon Hunters or Love in Deep Space? That's time. Wait, you have a kid with the time? Absolutely, absolutely. Technically, by the end of my little fantasy story in my head, we have 3. But, this one, his name is Timaeus, and he's the first. Which I can talk about him if you guys want to. You can ask questions. I'd be happy to. It's so cute. Yeah, it is. It's adorable. And pearls on her skirt and hair. Of course. Of course. I haven't seen Love in Deep Space. Oh, that's a surprise. It was everywhere where I went. I kind of see him having seafoam color eyes for him. He's... I don't know. Do I want to spoil it? Yeah. Okay. I mean... He definitely won't... He will definitely... His color scheme, other than, I think, like, the bangs are going to be, the blonde, but everything else is he's pretty much completely takes after mom. But yeah, I want to tell you guys, by the way, I have something I want to share. But first I'm going to start with this question. How would you guys feel if I stream more? I used to do twice a month, and then I moved up to once every weekend. And I think I might be able to do more. But there's a certain catch to it. Yes, I want to know all about your son. Well, there's not too much to say, because most of my little fandom story in my head takes place before he's born, but what's it called? We did name him Timaeus, and if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh, you know Timaeus being one of the Knights of Atlantis, right? From that filler arc, which I know it's filler, but it's so good, and I count it as canon in my story. And because it's a Knight of Atlantis, and considering where his mom, and what his mom is, considering where she's from and all that stuff, I thought it was appropriate, especially since Timaeus helped Atem save the world, even though I know it's not canon, but he also took a big part in saving the world, so in honor of, like, I thought in honor of him, and as well as the whole Atlantis thing, I thought it was very appropriate. Plus, it sounds really cool. And the Timaeus soundtrack is so badass. If you guys haven't heard it, it's so epic. Or it says, Malia, don't get me started on my hyperfixation. More streams? You're spoiling SMJ. Oh, you're sweet for saying that. I definitely watch more streams. Well, because the main reason that I don't stream more is because I have to be on camera. I have to prepare for that, and that also means that I have to prepare, that my husband has to prepare for that too. Like, he can't you know, freely just be when I have the mic and the camera on going, you know what I mean? So I was thinking of some alternatives, and then some friendly fellow streamers suggested that I go with a PNG model. Do you guys know what that is?
Tip from Arbiter with $10. I'm down for more streams 3.
Oh, thank you so much, Arbiter. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the tip. You just brought us to, what is that? What percentage is that? I can barely see it on the stream. It's 8% of our new goal, which, by the way, is going to be a Tem and MJ's wedding, which I'm so excited because I've had that visualized in my head. I've actually drawn that before, like 8 years ago, I think, which I think I showed you guys a couple streams ago. You guys liked it. I personally hated it because it's old and it needs a remake, like, yesterday. Which is funny because it's the wedding day where Timaeus is conceived, actually, so how appropriate. But yeah, nice to know that you're lurking, Arbiter. How are you doing? Don't be shy to chat. Tell us what's up. Thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, do you guys know what a PNG model is? I know Aura does. Aura was one of the ones that encouraged me to do this. Yeah, I have one myself. Do you, Puro? I didn't know. Did you stream? What do you use one for, typically? I've not heard of a PNG model. So if you've been on, if you've been lurking on Twitch or art streamers often, this is really common with artists because we're introverted and we don't usually like to be on camera, right? So you make like you see this character right below here. Now imagine her eyes and her mouth moved and like talked, like, or moved as I spoke, right? It's like a little animated character to replace like a webcam. I'm sure you must have seen them around. Usually for when I'm on oh wait, my music ended. Hang on. How do you feel about this track though, by the way? I think I want something a little bit more high energy. I'll play the one that I played when we were running the campaign. I like that one. Let me just wait for this ad to pass. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate, Shadow Spits. Appreciate you. Forget to drink sometimes, it's a problem. There we go. Much better. Arbiter says like a VTuber, and I just showed up 5 minutes ago. Had to log into Ko-fi to donate. Oh, you're so... Arbiter, look. Since you didn't get to see... Oh, wait. This was us at the con the other weekend. It was really a lot of fun. So much praise for Silver Fangs. It was great, and I was talking about like the con and everything. Just to avoid repeating myself, if you have any questions, please ask and I'll share about like what was there, what, you know, people had to say about Silver Fangs, anything. But yes, kind of like a VTuber, but instead of like a full 3D model, it's 2D. Oh, one of my favorite artists is one of those. I didn't know that's what it was called. Yes, it's basically, they call it PNG because when you do the 2D artwork, you export it as a PNG. So it's not 3D. It's not a 3D model, it's a PNG model. So I made one. I made one from scratch, my first one ever, and I was doing it just... but not live 2D model either. Yeah, those are extremely like animated and like you need to like understand a lot of software for that. Yeah, so I made one and it was supposed to be just an experiment to learn. Like when I was like working on Silver Fangs the other day, I had a bunch of like a whole playlist of YouTube videos just teaching how to do it, and I was really surprised that it was pretty simple. So I tried it and I made one and I love her so much. And if I don't have to be on camera as much, I can stream more. So I'm planning to share her with everybody soon, but then I started talking to other streamers who suggested that I did something called the debut, and I was just like a debut, like a debut of like my model or whatever. They're like, yeah, you should do like a stream like where you do the first one and you do like an event or something, like do something really cool on your first stream that you use your model. So then I was just like, okay. So then I started to think of some fun ideas and what to do for that. And I want to know if you guys would be interested in really cheap, limited spot commissions live on stream. I could spend like 30 minutes on them, and it'd be a first come first serve. Is that something you guys do? Because I'm not going to do it if you guys wouldn't like be interested in that. Because if I did like my debut like next month, like I don't mind giving a little bit, you know, for the holidays. Or says, sorry, Piro says, I would certainly be interested. Oh gosh, yes, I might not be able to buy, but yes. Yeah, I was also thinking of some fun ideas to make it fun for people who can't donate, because I was thinking of doing some now this is just an idea, this isn't happening, but you guys can tell me what you think of this. I was thinking of doing like a step goal thing where with every donation something else unlocks. So we can do we can do giveaways, like I have a couple things in my shop I can give away, or we can do commissions, like spot commissions. We can do some other fun things that I don't want to give away. One of those things is that my model, though it's not finished, she's like 95% done. And the thing that I'm tweaking right now is actually an animation with a 10 in it. So I thought it would be fun too that we can, on the step goal, a certain donation goal could be to reveal that animation. So it could be fun stuff like that. And then what was I going to say? Oh yeah, and then for people who can't donate, I was thinking of updating my bubbles, which is the Twitch channel points. Some like free fun things that we can do too, that if you like watch a certain amount of time and collect enough bubbles, you can redeem them. So stuff like that. So please do tell me in chat if that's something that you would be interested in, or if there's anything that I haven't listed that you would think would be a good idea. And what do you think about the 2D model idea? I want a life-size poster of the extra cheese pizza. I don't know if I can provide that, Kyle, but I appreciate it. Aura says me. Oh yeah, let me guess, Aura. I'd be drawing the Dark Magician, wouldn't I? If you claimed one of those spots, I already know. I hope more people give SilverFangs a chance after the meetup, and that sounds exciting, the PNG thing. Yes, Arbiter was really great. So many people were into it. Like, I couldn't tell you how I lost count for the amount of people that came in and wanted to know about it and ask questions, and they were flipping the book because we have, see, look, it's right there. This one right here. Where people were grabbing the book and just reading it there and just being shocked at the quality. I saw people reading it, like leaving our booth with the webtoon app open to SilverFangs so that they could keep reading it as they were walking by. It was really cool. Very way more positive than I thought, that's for sure. And while we were there, I was already mentally thinking of how we can improve the booth. It's fun. Or it says raffles. Raffles. What would I raffle out? Like more giveaways? I could. Yeah. What was that? Zero Six Samus would be my spot for whatever that is. What you just suggested. Yeah. I'm thinking of doing spot commissions live for this event. Maybe either next month or at the latest January, maybe for the new year. Depends when I finish that animation, okay? Animation is a pain in the butt. And it depends on how detailed I want to make it. I haven't really like decided yet, but yeah, they'd be spot commissions and on the step goals. So yeah, if you unlock it and you want me to draw Zero Suit Samus, I will draw her. Or it says, I'm biased, I'm a PNG tuber, of course I will support an emerging PNG tuber. Oh, thank you, Aura, that's so cute. It's gonna be awesome. I think you guys are going to be pretty impressed, only just because it's my first one ever. For my first, I think it's really great. And if anybody out there likes if anybody out there, Aura, okay, any streamer friends that you might know who is looking to commission somebody to make them a model, tell them to come to this debut. Maybe they'll maybe they can work with me. Because I'd be totally down. Because it was surprisingly simple. I was pleasantly surprised because there's so many like ways to do it now. Because it's like not that rare or anything. Like there's programs that's very user friendly, very beginner friendly to use that you can put the model together. It's great. I even made an animation specifically for when my character is reading SILVERFANGS too, so that's gonna be fun to share. Which, by the way, we have to read SILVERFANGS at some point, so you guys tell me when you guys are ready. Because there's a new episode, and you guys watch the ad for it, right? You open up that Webtoon app, watch the ad, it's a free way to support us. And it's a good episode. Aura, it's a good episode, I'm just saying. Nate, that's enough said. Go read it right now. Not gonna lie, I prefer PNG to the style of YouTubers. Honestly, most of the time, same. I think it depends, but I'll talk more about that in a moment because you're gonna get an ad in about 10-ish seconds. And we'll talk more. And in the meantime, for those who will still be with me, let's continue inking and talking about this piece. Oh, which actually reminds me, that's another idea that I had, you guys, about for the debut of my model. I was thinking of making some of the step goals, some like, you know, some of the cheaper like step goals to be fun, to read some of my little fanfic completely out of context, like just, and then just see what you guys think about it and what they mean and everything. Did we get an ad or am I crazy? Why didn't I get the notification that an ad popped up? There should be an ad by now. But, yes. There we go. There's the ad. Oh, remind me, Aura, because I know you're still able to see my stream. Remind me to tell me one of the stories from the con when I met Rika. It's a good story that I want to share with everybody. But yeah, would that be fun? Like reading an ad of like a scene from the story with no context, just to see what chat would say or think about it. I have one in mind already. That's so funny. It's one of my favorite scenes. Or not scenes, more like favorite interactions with the Tim. And I can just see what people think about it, and then after everybody has like made their guesses, I can actually explain the actual context. I think that'd be like a fun, like, really low tier one. Okay. We're back, right? So Shadowspit says, not gonna lie, I prefer PNG to the style of YouTubers. And I was saying that I kind of agree most of the time. I think that some 3D models can look pretty nice, but, and this is no shade to the artist, this is just my personal bias, subjective opinion. A lot of the times, it doesn't matter how good the 3D model looks like, I just hate the character designs. Like, I've seen so many, and sometimes I just think that they're just so much going on. It's just a mess, in my opinion. I just don't like it. But when the design is good, they can look really nice. But generally, the 2Ds, I think, look a lot nicer. Now, remember, my model is going to be like the fancy 2D live models, where, like, I think Katie has one. If you guys are familiar with Katie, she's got, like, a really expensive and advanced 2D model. This is my first model, so I'm using a beginner program, and this is my first one, so it's basic, but I think for being basic, I think it looks really good, and I'm really proud of it, and I can't wait to show you guys. Or it says, me, commissioned Dark Magician? No, never, of course, of course. Yeah. And these will be probably my cheapest commissions ever. I would definitely mark your calendars if you've been wanting to commission me. And they'll be live, they'll be spot commissions, so they'll be probably sketches, maybe half bodies of, and they'll be way lower than my usual, starting quotes. Would that be the right term? Anyways, you know, if you see my commission page, you know. Shadowspit says, you're the only streamer I've committed to. Everyone else is just only when I feel like it. Get out of here. Stop it. Really? That's so sweet. Thanks. I didn't know that. That makes me feel good. What is it? Is it my art? That's fun. Or is it the oh wait, now we got an ad. Is it the aesthetic of my stream? Does it make you cozy? What's the reason? Let me get this ad out of the way. And when we do have a couple of the streams with the model, I would love to hear if you guys prefer the cam versus the model, or if you're cool, if you like both equally or what, so that I know how often to use each. Or it says, totally not Mahad with something of mine. I love Mahad. Mahad's so awesome. I don't know. I didn't know there was a new episode. Oh, of Silver FANGS. Yes, yes, yes. Please open the app and go watch the ad before we read it together. That would mean a lot to me. It adds up, you know? It's like, it's totally free and it's able to, you know, give us some change for all of the work. Aura says, as soon as you say Aura read it, I knew it was Nate. Go look at it. Go look at it. I'm always down for fanfic. Yeah, Arbiter says, and I think your booth looks great. Maybe you can hook them with some of your fan service arts to lure more people into Silver FANGS. We had one. You can't really see it in this picture, but behind my head there was... Pick my mouse, just... Okay, there we go. Behind my head there, you can see it's the one with Fallon and Flora behind my head. Like I said, we had more space than we knew what to do with. Like, even our banner, our backdrop usually covers a lot more room, but because we had to spread it wider to cover all of the space, it only went down up to here, which is crazy because normally, like, it's thinner and longer. So, if we do this again, we're definitely going to have to get more posters done, because our usual size prints, if you guys have shopped, know that they're not that big, right? They're 8.5 by 11, so it's the small ones. It's like this size right here, right? Wait, where's my? There we go. It's this one, right? Whereas these posters, we had to get them done bigger so they can the art can actually be seen from far away. So we have to get more of those. And when we have volume 1, it's gonna be great, because then it's not just gonna be series previews on the table. You're gonna have volume 1 everywhere. It's gonna be awesome. I would love a PNG tuber of your avatar. Yes, yes, and it's gonna be so cute. She's gonna be talking, and she moves, and she's gonna be very interactive. Like, I've given her a lot of different expressions that she'll adjust to when I'm talking to chat and everything. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like, basically, like, this is the real ArtSirenMJ, right? You're talking to, like, the real me. But when my PNG tuber is out, it's more like you're talking to, like, the alter ego, you know? Merry Christmas to me? Or are we talking about Nate, or are we talking about Mahad? I'm not sure. Bo says, if I don't lose my job, to consider. I'm so sorry about that news, Bobo. Seriously, I hope it all works out. I'd like to get a commission of that one idea I told you about in DMs. I'm trying to remember which one that was. Was that with the Vigilante specifically? Because we talked about we talked about so much art. So I'm pulling a mixed memories. I'm mixing memories. Shadowspit says, I don't know, maybe because I do... Oh, freaking... Oh, yes, I hate when it does that to me. Like, for some reason, it just won't... It'll let me, like, not scroll up and chat anymore. Shadowspit says, I don't know, maybe because I do love your art, but also it feels more intimate versus some other streamers I watch where I have to fight to be seen. Oh, is it because I'm a smaller streamer, so I'm able to interact with everybody? That's actually a really common phenomenon, I think. I think people, a lot of the time, prefer smaller streamers because they can actually engage with the person. But yeah, these creators you're watching must be quite big, right? Oh, well, reading it now. Good, good, good. And then we'll read it together. Soon, soon. Tell me in chat when you guys are ready. Or it says, okay, let me go on Tapad since I had to uninstall Webtoons. Oh, you had to? Dang, because on Tapad we don't get the ad rev. So I prefer Webtoon, but if you can't do it, it's cool. Arbor says, that makes sense, and thanks for reminding me. I'll buy that art eventually. Oh, yeah, yeah, you know, I should do a new... Because the thing is, I like fan service once in a while. I just don't... I don't... Maybe this is, like, a hot take or an unpopular opinion, but I don't like luring people in with the lewd stuff, because I feel like they wouldn't enjoy Silver Fangs, because that's not what Silver Fangs is. I mean, according to all the fangirls, and... you know, I know that the characters are very good looking, and there will be, of course, there will be fan service, like, you know, but when I say fan service, I'm talking about stuff like a shower scene, you know, or like the beach, you know, we're literally getting scenes of them on the island. There's going to be scenes like that. Even when stuff is getting intimate, there's going to be scenes like that, but it's not going to be lewd or extremely graphic or anything like that. So I don't want to lure people in expecting something that's not there. So Silver Fangs is a serious thing, like, you know, it's, like, you know, when you like, I can't even think of something to compare it to because Silver Fangs is so unique in that way. But, that being said, I do appreciate fan service when it's tasteful, and it is true, I haven't drawn one in a while. Like, that one of Fallon and Flora, I'll pull it up, actually. Grab it. Yeah, I think this one, when did I draw this one? This one's technically old already. And the latest, though I did do that one of Hunter recently though, if it counts. That was fan service, and that's in the comic. Where is it? Right? The magazine cover? This is fan service, right? To me, this counts. Not like the stuff I saw at the con of Love in Deep Space. That's completely nuts. Never doing that. This is pretty much as far as it'll go for me. I mean, I guess I could go a little bit farther when there's two characters involved and being, like, romantic with each other. Then it can go a little bit further, but, yeah. There are limits to that, but anyways. Should I get the magazine of Hunter, like, really big for the show? Imagine. Let's see. Why not both? I'm talking about both. Good. Piro says, yes, major sucker for the Vigilante, to be honest. Yes, Piro. I don't want to expose some... Are you okay with me sharing which pledge you got for the campaign? But yeah, the spot commissions will be limited depending on how, because when I'm thinking that the step goals are going to get bigger as we advance on them. So there will be spot commissions that include one character, and then there will be premium ones later on that will include, like, maybe two, depending on what you guys want to get. But I also can't overwhelm myself. I have to think about how many I'm going to include. But I'm glad you guys like the idea. Like, now I'm more committed to doing it. Perhaps, but I also do consider you one of my favorite artists, so don't get it wrong. Oh, I appreciate you saying that. I didn't think you meant anything bad by it, but I'm really glad that you like that you like the content. I hope you guys find the PNG models entertaining as being on camera. I know it's going to be a little bit less intimate because it's an animation and not like me, like you won't see my crazy hands and my face, but it's just I really need it because I really do like streaming a lot and talking to you guys, but it's just inconvenience. Like there will be nights where it's like, oh, I could stream right now, but I can't like have my camera on for whatever reason, or maybe I just don't feel like it. Maybe sometimes I have low energy. Like there's just a million reasons, right? So I can save cam for like the days where like I actually want to be on camera. Yeah, it was giving me an odd glitch where nothing was loading. Did you update the app? Did you try all of those things? But yeah, major sucker for the vigilante, to be honest. Yes, he's awesome actually. Let me pull up the latest on him. I really like him in this one. This is one of the newer ones that I did. And as you can see, he's back here on the, he was up on the back, on the booth there. And this one is Archon exclusive. For how long? I don't know. At this moment, forever. That might change, but I don't think so. And that means con exclusive being is that you can only get this print if you come to see us in person at a convention. With the exceptions of like if you're listening right now, like Kayla, she's a Superstar patron. She is such a huge supporter that we will make an exception for her. But oh yes, thank you for the hydrate, Aura, appreciate it. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna make a point about that. Oh yeah, and Rika came and she got it immediately when she came by. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Speaking of Rika, I have another story that I'm gonna tell you. Give me a second. Give me a minute. Let me catch up to chat and then I'll tell you. The muscles. Hello, Aura. I'm so confused. Are you surprised to be seeing that? Hang on. Are you surprised by the cover? Is this what you're surprised at? You need to reread SilverFangs. This is in a scene. I'm not, but oh, okay. So you're familiar, but it, yeah. This is, I think, so far to date, this is my favorite that I've done of Hunter. I love his hair too. I don't know if you guys noticed. I specifically made his hair different. Let me grab another piece of him to compare it to, so you guys can see. Yeah, the Kickstarter exclusive. You see? Or let me flip him so you can see. You see a difference? His bangs is styled because it's like a shoot and stuff. Like, so obviously his hair, like this is like less kept, whereas this he had someone fix his hair up for the shoot and everything. And I didn't think I was gonna like this, but I love this. And like, and I told my husband, I was just like, I know we can't do it right now because we're in the middle of a scene, but I want to draw Hunter like this again, not just for a magazine cover. And he's like, noted. I'm like, I really like it. I really like it. We love muscles, Melia. I love how she's just like quiet, and then she comes in and to say that. And I mean, I find that funny because I have context. If you guys follow Melia's content, like you would understand. She likes the big guys. No, not the magazine, the Vigilante. Oh, this one. I love it pushed back. Yes, yeah, it looks good. He looks great. We love muscles. Yes, yes. Everyone's in agreement. In fact, let me know when you guys are ready to read SilverFangs. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you a story while I continue inking. So, I can't believe this is all I've done. I've been streaming for over an hour, and this is how far I've come. Dang, maybe I won't be able to stream as much as I thought, even with the PNG model. You guys. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I have to start practicing talking and drawing at the same time. That's a new skill I have to work on because I'm really bad at it. So this is my challenge right now. I'm gonna keep inking while I tell the story that I wanted to tell. So except you guys keep distracting me. Yeah, it's so defined. Yeah, I like this one. Though I do curse myself because I can actually see a mistake here, but I'm not going to point it out because I don't want you guys to see it. What mistake? There's no mistake there. But I like Orion there, hanging out. So yeah. I'm drawing muscles as we speak. Respect, Millian. Very good. Let me guess. Majima? Or it says, Mr. Blush real quick, even though... Oh, let me blush real quick, even though I'm loyal to Nate. You can like both. You can have a favorite and like both, okay? I've got more husbandus, but a 10 is still number 1. Doesn't mean that I don't have others, okay? Go off. Best distraction. Anyway, you were saying about meeting Rika. Yeah. Yes, I'll put you muscles. Hey, me too. I'm drawing muscles too. Oh my gosh, everybody's drawing male anatomy right now. That's crazy. Yeah, so when I met Rika, she came to the table and she was cosplaying from, I'm not like that familiar with Pokemon, but I think she was cosplaying a character called Akari from Pokemon Legends. I think that's correct, right? And she was very nice and she was talkative and she had a friend with her. I don't know who this person is. It was just a guy. And she was like telling him that she was buying her con exclusive print that I was just showing you. And she says, see, I'm already looking away from the art. Draw it and talk at the same time, MJ. Darn it, it's not that hard. So, where was I? I can't do it. Give me a second. Okay. So she was buying her con exclusive print, and I asked her, I was just like, did you tell your friend about SilverFangs? You know, like, spread the word and stuff. Wait. No, I'm telling the story wrong. When she was buying her con print, she wasn't with him. She was by herself. What's it called? When I was walking around and looking everywhere, I ran into her again, and that's when she was with her friend. And she was buying something else from a different booth. That's my bad. Bad memory. And she was with her friend, and I asked her, because she was like, oh yeah, like, this is my friend or whatever, don't know who he is, but I said, and I was just like, have you told your friend about SilverFangs? Like, tell him to come by the booth, whatever. And he reacted with this, like, very chill face. He's like, yeah, she told me, like, very, like, he looked like, he didn't look annoyed, but he looked like he's been told multiple times, which is really sweet, because that means that Rika was probably annoying him, right? But he had like a face on like he thought that it was just a friend promoting a friend. I don't think he knew that Rika was actually like a fan, and like we just met that day. Like I think he had the impression that we like knew each other personally. So he's just like, yeah, she told me, whatever. So then later, back at our booth, we're there, and then she came back around and she said hello again, and he was there, and his demeanor completely changed when he actually saw SilverFangs. The face. Sorry, I have to draw and talk at the same time. He went from like yeah attitude to whoa, okay, and he, you know, like I'm like talking to Rika, but I was like watching from the corner of my eye, like seeing him like look at the booth, and I could tell that he was shook. And not only was that really flattering to me, but it was just cool to see that like I don't know what he was expecting. I don't know, but he was impressed, because then before they left, because they left and they were gone for a couple hours, they came back around and he bought a book. He took one with him. He was just like, I want to read this. And I was just like, really? And then my husband was just like, so what, he's like, what made you want to get a copy of the preview? And he said he was just like, the art is crazy. It's like, and it looks really interesting. So, yeah. Basically, I think SilverFangs exceeded his expectations from what Rika had to say about it. And hang on, let me catch up on chat. Hey, pillars in chat. Howdy. Hey, how's your day? The battle between using your hand for drawing, using it for expression. Yes, yes, it's so real. I want to stream more often, so I'm trying to like get used to talking and like actually working at the same time. But gosh, Pillar, there's so much going on. Like we were talking about, like I went to the convention and I'm talking about how I'm going to do a special event stream soon for a 2D model that I made myself. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, I'll repeat anything that you may have missed. How are you? Drew says, love when my stream breaks. Anyway, I'm back. What I missed. Oh dang, I just told the whole story. Should I tell you again? Should I tell it again? Would that be annoying? I'll tell it again. Okay, and art from this guy looks like a sick pirate in spirit form. He looks exactly like Randy Savage. What do you mean, Kyle? I'm not following. An art form or from this guy looks like. Anyways, let me know if you guys want to hear the story again, or if it's cool if I say it, if I tell it again, and you guys are gonna get an ad in about 10-ish seconds, or maybe longer, because for some reason there's always like a delay. But it's coming, just so you guys know. And stick around because it supports your fellow creators. You know how it be. Keep going. Yeah, I was just hugely flattered, and the reason why I like that story is because it showed me, thank you Shadow Spits for the hydrate, it shows me that Silver Fangs is, to say the least, above average, exceeds expectations. I mean, at least we can confirm that it does visually, which makes me really proud. But I can say, if you think that I have good art and I have good judgment, the story is fantastic too. Okay, we've got our ad going now. Gosh, hopefully I'll be able to finish linking at least one character by the end of this stream. To be fair, there's a lot more to talk about this time, okay? There was, it was the con, and then my model that I'm working on. Are we back? Let me catch up chat. Let's see. The Italian dilemma, which is funny considering how many artists Italy is known for. That's true, that's true. I mean, I'm not Italian, but they're close to, so maybe I just picked it up from them, who knows. This is okay in art. Wait. Project has it's an art form. Sprite form. Oh my gosh, we have a raid from Akari. Hello, viewers. Akari, thank you for sharing your audience with me. What were you just playing with? What game were you were you playing with everybody? Hello, everybody. I'm ArtSirenMJ. Thank you for the follow, Kyrie of the Stars. What a pretty username. Yeah, I'm ArtSirenMJ. I draw pretty much everything, but if you're a fan of manga and comics and anime, as you can see, I'm drawing Yu-Gi-Oh fan art right now. Big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh. Mermaids especially, and I'm the creator of SilverPorT. If you guys aren't familiar with SilverPorT, SilverPorT is my independent comic, and it's free to read on Webtoon, so you can just go ahead and do that right now. We just came up with an episode recently. It's great. We were actually just talking about a con that we went to. You can see it was really fun time, and I was telling some stories about that. But welcome, Akari. It's nice to see you. Kyle says, okay, let me retype that because, okay. please do. Karen says, it was oh my gosh, that's a mouthful. Uma Sume Pretty Derby. Just finished 5 hours of Uma Musume. I can't even say that. Oh, cool. So what is that? I never played that. Not that I'm a big gamer. I spend most of my time drawing, like the majority of the time, but I like to hear about games. Actually, speaking of, I was just talking about how I was at the con and I was seeing Love and Deep Space stuff everywhere. Are you guys Love and Deep Space people? If you are, that's awesome. I just was really surprised to see it all over the place because I was expecting to see K-pop Demon Hunters everywhere. Nope. Just Love and Deep Space. And the reason why I have this face of like shock and exasperation is because it wasn't tame content either, if you know what I'm saying. I was blushing the entire time. I was just like, oh boy. Oh my gosh. The whole time. Basically anime horse girls. Interesting. How do you win such game? Is it like a horse race? Like what is it? It's like horse girl racing game which you train your girl as best runner. Oh, okay. OMG, lads enjoy her too. Me too. Oh my. yeah, it was something. So, Akari, who do you main and why do you love it? Someone was telling me at the con that the Love and Deep Space community can be really aggressive. I wouldn't know, but that's just what someone told me. But yeah, Akari, if you need to recover from your stream, you know, like you just had like a couple hours and you need to like take a break, totally go take care of yourself and do that. I appreciate the raid, that was really cool of you. Or stick around if you wanna, you're welcome. I don't play LEDs either. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't play many games like just in general, but if I did, I don't think that would be one of them because it's not for me. But I do understand the appeal, you know? Like Aura's in chat with us, I think she's lurking, and she's a big fan. So that's how I know as much about it as I do. Yeah, so right now I'm actually working on a commission, which was commissioned by Darkstrider, who's really nice of him. It's late. Well, it's not late, like he didn't give me a deadline or anything, but I would have liked to have finished it by Halloween, but I was too busy because I was running a Kickstarter campaign. But he basically commissioned my avatar with my husband trick-or-treating at the Kyber brothers' house, which is the coolest thing. How many people get to be commissioned to draw like fan art of their own OCs? Like, bruh. Shadow Darkstrider, you rock. If you're watching. I just gotta drop my dishes off downstairs and I'm chill to watch. Oh, okay, well, take your time. Thank you for hanging out. Curry of the Stars says, I think it's just unfortunate because it might be some folks' first community or first Atomi game, so some folks just don't know to take time being kind, be respectful to others. Yeah. I've played the only Otomo game. Otomo game is the visual novel style games, right? That's what we're talking about. The only one I've ever played was one called, thank you, Chiokoburb for the follow. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're joining stream. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the only Otome game that I've ever played was somewhat called Amnesia Memories, and I played that and I remember enjoying it, but it's extremely tame. Like the stuff that I've heard from Love in Deep Space is actually wild, and I'm assuming that like they gotta be true because from what I was seeing at the convention, the fan art is something. I will say that. Let's see. Hi MJ. Hello. I'm gonna call you Burp because that's a mouthful. If that's okay. Are we familiar with each other? Do I know who you are? I'm sorry. Please tell me. Oh, that one is a classic. It's considered a classic? Really? I didn't know that. Why is that? Is it like a classic, like because it's like one of the first, or is it like a really popular one? Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can actually ink an entire character, because guys, me talking and drawing at the same time, it's a rough time. It really is. But I do want to stream more often. That's why I was actually talking about earlier how I'm going to be debuting a 2D model that I made myself sometime next month. And we're going to do like a whole bunch of fun events. Like I'm going to take some really cheap spot commissions live. We'll be doing a giveaway and stuff like that. So if you guys want to follow me to catch that and see my stream. I even am in the process of animating my avatar with a Tem. So that might surprise some people. It might not. Well, some stuff might be wild to others, but then again, I've seen more crazier stuff in other works. Really? Crazier than that? Well, those things that those crazier works you're talking about clearly just aren't as big as Love in Deep Space has blown up to be, because I've seen it everywhere. Call me Chi. I was in your Discord for a while. Oh, Carter's girlfriend. Oh, you were. I never. Boyfriend. So you're the one located. I'm pointing up like north, but you're here. You're Canadian, aren't you? From what I understand. Amnesia is one of the more popular works which I see others fawn over after all these years. Yeah, I was always I liked it. I enjoyed it. I played. They came out with the rest of the games on the Switch, right? And I did play that one. I always liked Kent. He was my favorite. I liked him. Boyfriend, oops. West Coast, yeah. Vancouver, right. Yeah, so that means you might know the con Annie Revo then, right? Just because, nice, we love your art, it's very gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I can show some more of it. I can show you, like this is from my original comic, FANGS, which, again, it's at the bottom there. You could read it for free on Webtoon. I can show you something that I've done recently, actually. One of my latest. This one was actually voted for by fans, and we did it as a Ko-fi goal, and like people would like send donations until we reached the goal, and this is what they voted for. It's actually 2 of my OCs, and they wanted to see them shipped together. And the current goal right now, which you can see at the bottom of the screen, it's MJ and a Tem wedding. That's the next goal that everybody voted for, which, who's complaining? Yes. So that's the next thing that we're gonna do. But I'm glad you like my art style. I hope that you will continue to stick around and see more of it. But yeah, the reason why I know Annie Revo. Yeah. My friend and former coworker hosted all the cosplay contest stuff. Oh, cool. He was the one who usually got the Sailor Scout voice cover artist and every year. That's crazy. So the Sailor Scout voiceover artists go to Annie Revo every year? That's crazy. I thought that was like an exclusive thing, because the pictures that I was showing of our booth. We were just at the Annie Revo in Toronto, which was the first one that was there. And I know that they're prominently the biggest con in Vancouver, and it was their first year in Toronto, and it was kind of small, to be honest. I wish it was bigger, but I think they went small because it was the first one in the area. I think it's going to be bigger next year. But that's really cool that you have that you know people that like organize that stuff. And I didn't know that because the Sailor Scout voiceover artists were there this year. I did see them. I didn't know that was like a thing they do at every con. That's cool. So you think they'll be there next year too? Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Kyrie. That's so nice of you. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, Toronto's interesting. I didn't know they went east. Yes, their first year. They opened up, and it's so crazy. Like they sold out tables so fast, like in minutes. So we were lucky to get our spot, and it was a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Like look at that, more space than we knew what to do with. But anyways, again, MJ, draw and talk at the same time. Okay. Yeah, I thought it would be appropriate to draw a Tem's Halloween costume as a print. As a prince/king. If you guys are familiar, for those who have come from the raid and are new to my content, if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh, please tell me in the comments. I'd love to know. Because I reference it a lot, because Tem is my favorite character ever. Not counting my OCs. We talk about him a lot. Or, not we. I talk about him a lot. Yeah, I think so. I haven't gotten in touch with him in a bit, but I remember he talked about it being 5 or 6 years in a row. Wow! I wonder why. What makes, Annie Revo, or what makes the voice actresses, or actors, what makes them enjoy the Annie Revo so much to go every single year? Like, I wonder, why that con? Not there's anything wrong with it, it's just oddly specific. It's okay, I take time to get used to talking while drawing at the same time. Yeah, I should be used to it by now. But I'm bad at it. I actually want to stream a lot more. I used to stream twice a month. And then I started to make it every weekend. And I want to stream more so I can get the hang of this. But being on camera sometimes is a little exhausting, so that's actually why I've been preparing, I've been making a 2D model. And I like how she came out, and I'm really excited to debut her next month or January, around there. Really excited. I grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh as a kiddo. You're valid for that. Oh, I'm glad you understand. Thank you. And I'm glad you're familiar, so at least you know what it is. I've been waiting for a remake forever. All the other big anime are getting remakes, and I'm here like, when do I get my turn? Guys? Especially since it didn't age that well with all the filler and the... Come on. Guys. We need it. Okay, I'm gonna just erase this here. Also, for my regular viewers, I'm talking about Arbiter and Milia and all you goobers that I love. Are you guys ready to read Silver Fangs? And do you want to? I am ready when you are. I just want to see you in chat. Okay, don't be so shy. Don't be so quiet. I know the new lurkers have come in and they're chatty, but that doesn't mean that we don't want to still hear from you, okay? Shadowspit says, do you have a favorite OC? Are we talking general OCs that I've made from creating character designs and art, or are you talking about Silver Fangs specifically? Kara says, I'm glad for ya, because I would be like, if I start streaming, because now I'm too lazy to look nice on camera. Yeah. It's a thing. There were a couple times where I didn't care and I showed up looking awful. Like, bun, you know? Just basic graphic tee, you know? Just nothing, nothing special. But you're right, like, you want to look presentable, and you should, because that's decent. I think most people ought to do that. But sometimes you just don't feel like it, you know? Sometimes I'm low energy, and like right now I'm like very expressive and I'm talking to you guys, but like I'm not like, because I happen to have like better energy and I was preparing for it. But there are some days where I can stream, but I don't, because I just don't feel like being on camera. So I need an alternative. Been making a PNG 2D model, and it went surprisingly well, and that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm back. Welcome back, Aura. I had to look for Vic. Aura, Akari just raided us, and her people are in chat, so say hello. Akari raided. Let's go. Yeah. Yes. So I'm sure some of you people know who Aura is. Surely. What? Oh my gosh. By the way, I am sorry, Akari. Shout out Akari to the people who were around before the raid. Akari is a fellow SilverFangs reader, and she's really, really fun, and she just started streaming. She's really sweet, and she's entertaining, so if you like video games, go be friends with Akari. I demand it right now. And Aura, I would shout you out too, but everybody already knows who you are. But yeah, so we'll read SilverFangs in a moment. Let me just get a couple of lines out. A couple more. Yeah, so Shadow Spit said, how about both? So my favorite OC to SilverFangs, the safe answer is Orion. I think Orion is everyone's favorite though. Every time I answer that, I always get a response with, it doesn't count. But the thing is, if I tell you my favorite character, that might give some stuff away. So I don't know if I'll tell you that one. I'm just gonna say Orion. Orion is best girl right here. Orion. She's my favorite character in SilverFangs. Favorite character in general, like my other OCs. Does my avatar count? She's obviously my favorite, like OC. But if she doesn't count, then I think my favorite OC. I'm going recent because the one I'm thinking of is pretty old and I haven't drawn her in a while. So I'm gonna open up an artwork of my favorite OC. Let me pull it up. Actually, you know what? I'll show this because we have some new people in chat. Actually, I'll show this one just for funsies. Do we have some Kingdom Hearts fans in chat? I love Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, my favorite OC is my avatar. But besides her, let me pull up. Let's see. It's probably going to be one of my mermaid OCs. Because I like some of the designs I've made over the years. Let me pull up. Oh, I like that one too. Dang. Guys, I don't know if I can pick a favorite. I think I'm going to stick with saying that my avatar is my favorite. The amount of times I draw her is pretty wild. I do really like her. I know she's a self-insert, but I think it counts. But let's see, for an honorable mention, let's give it to my unicorn mermaid OC. I really had fun designing her. I'll go with that. Though it might change next week. Self-friends are valid. She totally counts. Great, great. Yes, she's my favorite. Love her. Can't wait to show you guys the 2D model I made of her. She's great. So pretty. God, I'd love to commission you again at some point. I really want to do that. Ash Vigilante idea. LOL. The thing here, Piro, because you keep mentioning it, there is something that I do have to let you know when it comes to commissioning stuff with SilverFangs characters. Because, gosh, how do I explain this easily? There might be some trouble with that commission particularly, and just I'll explain. You know, I'll explain to you later in DMs. No worries, I appreciate it. Because trust me, I want to so badly. But it basically has to do with the fact that we don't, because everything in Silver, I'll just say it here real quick. It's just I'm having trouble finding the words. Basically everything in SilverFangs matters. And because I'm like the actual artist of SilverFangs, if I'm drawing content that's non-canon, it could confuse readers in the long term to think that it is canon. So if I draw, like, because you're not the first person to request commissions with characters in SilverFangs, and I had to turn them down because it'll look canon, and that could be confusing to readers. But I would really, really like to draw Ash, though. Very much, I would really like to do that. And there's no stopping you from commissioning another artist to draw Ash and the Vigilante as fan art, because then it wouldn't be in my style, so it wouldn't be confusing. Does that make sense? By the way, you guys are going to get an ad very, very soon. Like any moment now. Or it says, I will have to lurk to go to bed soon for my trip back home. Oh, yes. Okay, no problem, Laura. You have to take care of yourself. Isn't MJ's art gorgeous? Get out of here. I'm busy with Air Riders at the moment anyway. And how's that going? You having a good time? I get what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, especially since SilverFangs, because if you guys don't know, SilverFangs is a very layered and deep story where everything matters and details matters. So much so that when our readers read the story, they look at everything. Like, they will look at every promo that we do, every panel they'll scan it quite deeply to get clues and ideas of what's happening. So if I draw art with people's OCs and stuff like that, it can get confusing, and then people won't know what's canon and what's not anymore. Okay, we got an ad, so I'm going to pause real quick, and when we come back, we'll read SilverFangs. Actually, you know, guys, let's take a quick break while this ad roll is going, okay? Give me like 5 minutes. Be right back. Okay. We're back. Are you guys back from the ad? Let me know. Kitty cat. Yes, yes, that's my darling. Let me show you again. She yeah, she passed like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Feels like yesterday. She's my whole world. She really is. But I'm not getting get into that because I'm not in the mood to get emotional today. Okay, let me just quickly catch up with chat, and then what do you say? We'll read Silver FANGS, because my readers have been so patiently waiting. And if you're new to the stream and aren't familiar, just read with us, check it out. Maybe you'll like it. I mean, you get to look at some more art of mine. So if you like my art, you'll like to look at it. And it's short. We're just gonna read 2 episodes, and they're pretty short. Shadowspit says, this isn't necessarily something that I want, but I'm curious. Would you do a commission of a Silver FANGS character with someone's on sea? Yeah, that just falls back under to what I was explaining. I would really want to. Like, I would really have fun doing that. But after... Because we've got that request many times before. After talking about that with my team, my husband, and SPS, because of the way that the story is, it's probably better not to. So... But you can commission other artists to draw them, it's no problem. So if you want like some fan art of like Hunter with like your self-insert, or like a character that you've designed and stuff, you can commission someone else. And then definitely send it to us, of course, so we could see it. Oh, okay, I think you answered my question. Yes. I guess followers would be confused if you drew Isaac being held by the throat by the Shadow Queen from Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Exactly. Very specific and weird reference, but yes, that's pretty much the idea. Yeah, I love that game. Joshua says, but wow, my best friend Kat also passed away the same time ago. Hopefully they're and Kitty having together. Oh, yes, them being together, that'd be so sweet. It'd be so cute if they're friends. Okay. Let me put on some new music. Let's see, what are we feeling? What's good music for the vibes right now? Nah, none of these really. How about some Death Note? Rainy Death Note. Shout out Milia if she's still lurking. My Death Note friend. Okay, let's read Silver FANGS, guys. New episode. Remember to watch the ad on Webtoon. It supports me. And we've been streaming for 2 hours, so we're actually late to reading Silver FANGS, but let's go. So I always like to read the episode before and then the latest one so that we can actually remember what happened. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. Let's get to it. Top. So if we remember last time, there was that big explosion. That Hunter and Sutton were talking and like totally interrupted them. Remember, Sutton just asked Hunter to be his best man, or he didn't really ask. He kind of implied that he was, because he's getting married. And then they were interrupted by the big explosion, and they're just like, what the heck is that? And now we're about 40 minutes in the past. We went back 40 minutes to a different part of the city, and we're seeing this guy being chased by cops. So that's where we're at right now. What's this? After playing Thousand Year Door, I've been sent for the Shadow Queen. Like the scenario I mentioned earlier should be like Zelda got to Isaac. Oh my gosh, Bobo, you're silly. Okay, let's go. Behind you. Shh. Who the hell was that? Faster than our runaway? Something weird is in the water of this side of town. There comes another cop car. Well, 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 you fossils haven't retired yet? Looks like I'm your backup for your runner. Pensaroso, you vampire. Our guy ran like lightning. How'd you know? My partner said he saw you chasing someone and then bolted out of the car in pursuit. He should have ran right by you. Wait, your partner? Makes you wonder, who's this guy's partner? I think everybody who's familiar with the story could guess. And there he goes. How the hell did they know where I was keeping my stash? Someone's got loose lips. Sniff, sniff. Oh, this smells disgusting. Smell. Freeze, you're under arrest. Are you kidding me? I'm quick as hell, man. I've never lost a race. Why do you think they call me Express? And there he goes. And extra handsome. Ugh, now I have to wash my hands. Look at his wrist. He's already got cuffs on. Ah! Let's report police. Xavier Carita, you're under arrest for the smuggling and attempted sale of illegal weaponry. And there he is. Where's the proof? So that was the last episode. Now we're ready for the next one. This was a nice little comeback. So what happened is we went 40 minutes back before the explosion to see what Nate has been up to in the meantime. Nate, a fan favorite among the girls. Akari, I know who it is. Yes. And thank you guys for those who read actually weekly and watch the ads and all that stuff. It means a lot to us. LOL, I've been reading so much Japanese manga that I read some of those panels backwards until I realized so many people said that at the show. So at Annie Revel, so many people came to the booth and started flipping through it and were saying that they were starting it backwards. Which is a good thing. Because it's manga that we love. Those are the people that should be reading Silver FANGS. Chris says, I'm back from Air Riders for a sec. What did I miss? Oh, we're just reading Silver FANGS. So you're good. You didn't miss anything. We're going to read the new chapter. This chapter made me giggle a few times. The episode, I mean. That aura. Nate does have aura, yeah. Okay, let's keep reading. So where's the proof? Munch, munch. So you got a crate here. Beep. Whistle. You know, guys, fun fact, I can't whistle. Wish I could. I don't know why. Does anybody else struggle with this? I cannot whistle, never could. I've tried, I've practiced, I can't do it. I don't know, maybe it's because, you know, mermaids, I'm a mermaid, so like we can't whistle underwater, so like we're genetically unable to do it. That's the only explanation I can come up with. Hero says, I heard a thing about commissions, but I didn't hear all of it. Oh, I'll come back to that. When we're done reading the episode, I'll respond to that again. So he whistles, and it looks like he's got some neon things in there. We'll see what they are. That's not mine. I unlocked it with your watch. Not my watch. Your thumbprint unlocked the watch. That should be illegal. Having thumbs, invest in gloves. I guess the anonymous tip was right on the money. 5 crates in total stashed in those empty apartments. Yeah, but what even are those things? Guns? How do we know that there's anything illegal about this? Exactly. Those are just toys for my cousins. So like, I mean, I think I was able to illustrate this right, but they're basically like, you hold them from the handle and you like, and it spins, and that's how it charges. So these are prototype cues that use a modern momentum gear to load and activate cartridges to produce electrical shocks. The cues are conducted energy weapons. Typical cues use darts, but the cartridges in these allow for delayed, remote, and cluster electrical shocks. Initially designed to be used by soldiers for stunning large rampaging wildlife found in the countries to the south. In conclusion, highly dangerous and highly illegal. Wow, did you learn all that serving in the military? Nope, each crate comes with a video tutorial. Look who's in it. Rhino rushing at you? No problem. Wanna rub someone? You're in luck. Don't forget to leave 5 stars. I love this episode. Xavier is ridiculous. I think someone... Oh, hang on, let me catch up. I think someone... Street taught me how to whistle. Watch him say like it's an AI video next to Akari. We got comments like that. Everyone was saying that. I didn't... You know, when people commented on that, I was just like, wow. What a different world we live in today, huh? AI is really changing things. But yeah, that's so funny. Bro, no. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's been great. Yeah, so that's Silver FANGS. And again, by the way, for those who don't know, we did just run a campaign. So, and it's still open. If you guys want to pick up Volume 1 for pre-order, you totally can. I'll put the link in the chat in a minute. But yeah. So that's the latest episode of Silver FANGS. And for those of you guys who watched it on Webtoon and saw the ad, I appreciate you. You're the best. What's with the screaming cat emote? Yeah, let me grab the link. Actually, should have done that already, but I'll put it in the chat for anybody who wants to go lurk and check out the book. There we go. And now to respond to Piro about the commission. So we were I was explaining how Silver Fangs is what's it called? I have a hard time. Actually, not a hard time. We just can't typically, or at least I can't take commissions that involve OCs with Silver Fangs characters, and the reason for that is because Silver Fangs is actually very, very like there's a mystery, like everything matters. So because of the details, our readers tend to overanalyze a lot and look at the promo art and every single panel, like everything matters, and they take it all as important and as clues to what is going to happen, and they theorize and all that stuff, and that's part of the community that we want. We want people to really get invested. And because I'm the canon actual artist of Silver Fangs, if I'm drawing in my style characters from the story with other characters, it can get confusing, and then it's difficult to determine what's canon and what's not. So typically I don't take those kinds of commissions. But if you want to see characters with your commissions, we totally support you commissioning other artists to do it. So if you want to see the Vigilante with your OC and you want to commission other artists to do it, you can totally do that and send it to us and just have them, like, you know, credit with like a tag or something, so that we can be credited for the character. But other than that, you're free to do it. It's just because it's my style, I can't, because it would be confused as canon. I hope that makes sense. That's the quickest way I'm able to come up with it, because I think you're like probably like the 10th or 15th person who's requested that. Like, a lot of people like that, and it's so flattering, and it would be so awesome to do that. But for the longevity of Silver Fangs, I just don't think that we should do that. So, gosh, that was a lot of talking, and that was a lot of fun. Back to inking. Will we finish a character by the end of this? Who knows? I've got Yami's face done, guys. That's it. I suck. I can't talk and do this at the same time. But yeah, if you guys want to say in chat what you think is going to happen next in Silver Fangs, what you're looking forward to in Silver Fangs, or talk about something else, whatever you like, I'm all ears. Hopefully I can you know what, let's move on to the Art Siren here for a change of pace. But yeah, it was really funny, that story that I told earlier, if you guys caught that, but I met Rika at the con, and for those of you who don't know, she's a really, like, a long time supporter of mine, and it was really funny when she brought a friend of hers to check out Silver Fangs. They were very like, yeah, like, about it, but then when they actually saw the booth, they were so impressed and shocked that they took a book home, and that made me feel good inside. It just, cons like this, like, it went so well that shows like this just give me a little bit more of a confidence boost, you know? It makes me feel like Silver Fang's future is bright. Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, it was really cool. So many people thought it was mainstream. When they realized it was indie, they were blown away and, like, started asking questions about it and all that stuff. A lot of people would leave, like, the table. Like, I could see on their phones that the Webtoon app with Silver Fangs on it was open, so they were going and they were subbing. It was really cool. People had a lot of great stuff to say. It was a good time. Looks good. I love cons like that where you have people openly hunt you down for your work. Yeah, it was so sweet. That happened to me because we just started doing cons this year, because I used to do them like 10 years ago, selling fan art and stuff, but this time we're trying to get our comic out there. And for those who don't know, the reason why I say we is because my husband writes it. So we it's a team. It's me and him. And when I was selling my project for the first time at a con this October, oh, you were selling it. Wow, what a coincidence. We had someone hunt us down in person from a year or two previously who saw we were vending and made it his personal mission to find me. Yes, I love that feeling. That's so nice. So what kind of stuff were you selling at the show? What's it called? So yeah, so I used to do cons all the time, but this year we started doing it again for Silver FANGS, and so far at the 2 out of 3 that we've done, we had people hunt us down. The first one was Aura, who is getting ready to go to bed, as she said, and then Rika in the last one. It's a nice feeling. You feel special. It's like, oh, it's like you came to find me. But most people did not know who we were, and they were very impressed. It was kind of funny. There was this one guy who came pretty aggressively. He just came to the table. He had the money ready, like already, so he was looking at the booth from a distance, and he's just like, I want a softcover. And we're like, okay. And then we were trying to, and he looked like he was in a hurry, like his friends wanted to go, but he didn't want to go without taking one, which is really cool. And so then my husband asked, he was just like, yeah, so, because we ask everybody who comes by, who shows interest, what about Silver FANGS has caught their attention? Like, what do they like about it? And pretty much everyone said the same thing, which is that the art is, it's weird to say it because it's my art, but they were saying really nice things like phenomenal and amazing and just really, really nice things. That makes me feel weird saying out loud, but flattered anyway. And they couldn't resist giving it a shot. I'm a tabletop role-playing game author. Oh, cool! I write steampunk, Tesla punk, gear and steam, and electricity, 80s to 1920s. Ooh, that sounds like a cool aesthetic. So what does a tabletop role-playing game... So you write... Like, how do you write stuff? Is that kind of like... Because sometimes I see people, like, writing lore for people to use in D&D games. Is that kind of like what it is? Akari says, I like the girls. Akari, you are not alone anymore. Arbiter, make yourself known in chat. Okay, Arbiter loves Fallon and Caroline, I think. Because Akari was alone for so long. Which is so funny. So most of our readers online, that's not true. Most of our bigger supporters online are girls, and they love Hunter, and they love Sutton, and they love Nate, they love all the boys, obviously. But in person at the con, the majority of the interest was coming from guys, which was really cool. It's a nice, because we want everybody to enjoy Silver FANGS, so that was really nice. I love the anatomy and detail of your art. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for noticing. Those are 2 of my favorite things to do. Anatomy and detail. Yes, yes, yes. I take pride in that. Kari says best choices, of course. Yes. Yes, if he's listening, he will tell you. For sure. Best choices, of course. Yeah, love Fallon. Love Fallon. Can't wait till, Gosh, it sucks that the production of a comic takes so long. My gosh. Like, I wish I could just do it all, like, really, really quick. But, you know, that is life. Life is what it is. Chi or Burb, I don't know, there's so many ways I can say this nickname. Chiyokobo Burb. Akari's boyfriend. That's what I'm gonna say. Similar, it's great, similar to D&D. You make the rules and world building and rules and stuff. I made my game entirely from scratch, so it's completely from the ground up, entirely new game. Oh, wow! Really cool, and you were selling it at a con? So did you do a Kickstarter campaign for it? Because I know tabletop game stuff on Kickstarter is also really big. Arbor says, it's true, I think of all the women as FANGS is hot. Team Fallon. Yes, Team Fallon. See, Akari, you have someone in the Fallon army now. You are no longer alone. It's so great, yeah. Kyrie says, I love how clean your lines are, but it shows so much personality, like in traditional drawn work. Also, your characters look like chef's kiss. Oh my gosh, the compliments, you guys. You guys, I'm gonna respond to that, Kyrie. I'm just hesitant because we're gonna get an ad soon again in about 20-ish seconds. So I'm gonna just take it easy and focus on the inking, and then I'll respond to chat again when we come back. If you guys want to grab a glass of water or something in the meantime, totally. And for those who are subbed and will not be gone, you can listen to me complain about how I can't talk and draw at the same time, because I am pathetic in that way. Let me put this, oh wait, yeah, that makes it a little easier to see my sketch work here. Let's get her lips, which I don't think I'm going to ink her lips. I'm gonna leave it that way and add her lips through like color and actual. Yeah, that's it. An actual what? Nothing, MJ. Just I'll add her lips when we're coloring. So we'll just do that. Wait. This. Yeah. Her bangs. This is actually an angle that I actually hate drawing when the character's looking down. It looks like, I know it's inevitably going to look weird because of the perspective. Like even when I see certain difficult angles from the pros and comics and stuff, like it even looks odd when they do it. So I try not to be too like hard on myself, but I really hate like the deep the super deeps or the super like ups. The super deeps and the super ups. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying it like that. How's Air Ride going, Piro? And we should be back from ads, I believe. So let me respond to chat now that you guys are back. Let's see. Kyrie says, I love how clean your lines are, but it shows so much personality in traditional drawn artwork. Yeah, that's a gigantic compliment. I like my clean lines, so sometimes I do like to get a little bit messier. Let me see if I can show an example. Though, you know what? Forget what I said. Even my messy line art, people say, is very clean comparatively. Yeah. I don't even do it on purpose, but thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to start reading your work after this. Ah! Yes. Thank you, Kyrie. If you read SilverFangs and you enjoy it, which I don't see why you wouldn't, it is, I mean, if you like manga, like if you like reading sequential art in general and you like a good story, there's mystery, is a superhero story, there's a drama, there's romance, there's a lot of angst, emotional turmoil, there's a lot of cuteness with Orion, everybody loves Orion. So if you do enjoy it, please let me know and I can invite you to the server where you can meet other readers and just, you know, stay in touch for announcements and all that kind of stuff. Akari says, finally, I have so much Fallon art. Yes, yes. Yes, I always think of you, Akari, whenever I'm working on Fallon. Which I also always think of you with certain, you know what? I'm not gonna say it, but another certain character will be appearing soon that reminds me of you as well. Choco Burb says, yep, no Kickstarter, no, just word of mouth and the like usually. We've been hosting for years. This was our first time selling physically though. Ah, great. And how did it go? How was the return? Like, what did people say? Were people like interested? Like, how did it go? Fallon good. Yeah, she is. She's a babe. Actually, yeah, I'll pull up her, one of the latest that we did of her that I really like. Her feature in the magazine. It's funny because I was considering doing Fallon as the campaign feature this year, but I went with Sutton because she just got the metallic feature. So I was just like, Fallon just got like a great artwork in the magazine, so I don't know if like we should do her next. So that's why we did Sutton. And then on top of that, Sutton's been getting like a lot of attention lately. Like, people have been really liking Sutton, specifically because of the scene where he's talking to Hunter and, you know, kind of putting him in his place a little bit. Like, dude, how long are you gonna do this? Because if you guys don't know, like, Hunter, you know, he's not taking care of himself. He's like smoking a lot and drinking and not talking to his friends, and, you know, he's kind of in a really bad place because he's had a rough time. But also at the same time, he kind of brings a lot of it on himself. So Sutton's kind of like the guy that's like telling him like it is. They're best friends. And he's so wholesome and so cute. And so I just thought it would be a perfect time to do Sutton now while he got those scenes that are making people like him so much. And then we did the sticker too, of course, which I like. I show that too. We did the sticker. So it was a Sutton feature this year. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe next year we'll do Fallon. Who knows? Or maybe Alice. I guess we'll see. But it's been fun. It's been fun. It's all good. Yeah, those poses are so hard. Yeah, the angle of the head. It's tough. There's just an anime drawing meme which a new artist asks folks to draw a certain pose facing high, and so many artists provide info and redraw their art to practice by newbies and pros. Yeah. What you're describing sounds like revisiting the fundamentals. It's just, even the pros have to do that once in a while. Otherwise things will look weird. There's the cat. Arbiter, are you referencing the Kickstarter video? Paid off our table and a bit of profit. Congratulations! That's amazing. Good for you. I'm really proud. And I'm also very curious. If you want to send me a DM with like a link to your stuff, I would love to go take a look. I mean, I'm not like I said, I don't play games like that often, but I do appreciate good content, so I'm curious to see it. Fallon is so yeah. Pretty lady. Yeah. He's my favorite boy. Yes, Akari, I saw you in the polls, always voting for Sutton. Yeah, he's Kayla's favorite too. Yeah, he's becoming a fan fave. Can Fangs be silver high? Hey, Dragonkin, I haven't seen you in chat for a while. What's going on? What's up? How's your weekend going? What are you up to? I have to go back to talking and working again. Not something I'm used to, unfortunately. But I would like that to change with time. Listen, I can fix Hunter Shadowspit. You are not the... Oh my gosh, you're not the first person to say that. I love that. That's so funny. That's so funny. Gosh, it also reminds me of something Rika said, but I can't share it yet because it's relating to an episode that's not public yet. Because she made a comment on Patreon that made me laugh this morning. Arbiter says, yeah, I was referencing the cat part of the Kickstarter video. It's so funny. Should I play it? Do you guys want to see that? Arbiter's talking about, so when we did the campaign, we made a video to introduce the series, and there's a part in it that references Orion, which is everybody's favorite character. And it has pretty good comedic timing. I can play it if you want, Arbiter, that'd be fine. I always vote for my voice button. I notice. It's nice, it's nice. I'm glad that he's appreciated. Catching up on Bible study homework. How are you? Oh, that's great. I'm good. So we went to, if you look on screen, we went to a convention. It went really well, and I was spending a lot of time talking about that and the experience. I also shared that I am in the process and almost finished making a 2D model myself that I will be debuting either next month or in January for the new year. And we're gonna do like a really fun stream event for that when that happens. So I might be taking spot commissions for a really discounted price. So if you guys want an opportunity to get like a sketch from me of like Euro C or something, definitely pay attention to my like Twitter and stuff to make sure that you get informed when the day will be. And we were reading FANGS, and yeah, we're just chilling now while I work. How about you? Yes, yeah, we should look at the video again. Okay, let me just finish our bangs here, and I'll pull it up. Or you know what, maybe I should pull it up before we get another ad, huh? Okay, let me go grab it. Let me get it. Okay. Here we are. Let me turn the music off. It's pretty good. Shout out to my husband who made the video. Why is it cut off on stream? Hang on. I can fix this. Wait. Hang on. There we go. So let's see. Okay. Let's watch. It's funny, and it wasn't intended to be funny, like, cause we have to keep the video short, and so my husband was trying to find a way to include like the genres in there, and it's just like, what genre is Orion? Is it cute? It's just like, Orion is her own thing. She's just that special, and he's just like cat. Has the video been updated? No. Why do you ask that? That's a very specific question. I'm not sure what you mean. I know specific moments, but I don't know if they were always there or added after. No, they were always there. You could just be remembering the video from the year before, from the other campaign, because we did two, right? Did you watch them both? Maybe you're mixing them. What was as? I'm sorry, I keep mentioning my job situation, but again, it all depends on what happens if I still have a job or not. Yeah, Bobo. No pressure. I do not expect you to get one of these spot commissions on the event if you can't because of your situation. It's totally cool. Besides, they're going to be very limited because there's only so much I can do. So I'm just letting people know in advance. Might be confusing them. Sometimes I confuse myself. It's no problem. And if you guys want to watch the other one, you can find the other campaign or find it on the on our YouTube channel for Silverport Studios. Excuse me, I'm thirsty still. Still thirsty. I love it. I think it would be funnier if it had a narrator with an epic voice. Oh my gosh. That would be too funny. That would take away from the seriousness of the project, but it would be funny though. It'd be like villain, rival, love, cat. It's funny. While I had it playing, I wasn't even looking at the screen because I watched it so many times that I was seeing it in my head. I love how it looked, how it turned out. It's great. Oh, let me put back the regular music. Hang on. It's too quiet. There we go. Starting with In a World. Yeah. Classic. She's always got her signature starfish hairpin or hair clip in her hair, which you can see from my avatar below me, which is already old. I drew her in 2021, I think. I might have to update my overlay. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, Shisu, what's going on? I'm doing great. So today on stream we were talking about how I was at a convention and how well it went. We were talking about that for a while. And I'm currently inking a commission of my avatar with a Tem trick-or-treating with their son and everything. It was really, really nice of Darkstrider to commission me to draw my own OC. He's awesome like that. Yeah, and I've been making a 2D model for streams, so I can stream a little bit more and not have to be on camera every single time, so that's going to be exciting. I'm going to do a debut for that soon, so yeah. How about you? I'm good. I just got a brand new gaming laptop while I watch One Punch Man Downfall happening IRL right now. Wow! A new gaming laptop. How are the gaming laptops versus gaming PCs? Is there a difference? I am not an expert, but I am curious. Like, why would one choose to get a gaming laptop versus a PC?
Imagine if every corner of your
I have no clue, to be completely honest. Well, thank you for being honest.
just a twist, a click, or the press of a button. It can't
You know what was also a good idea that I had for the debut? Because I did say that I was going to do some giveaways, some spot commissions, animation reveals, because I'm going to do some fun premium animations for my model that will come with, like, donations and stuff. Ad is just... don't disturb me. I'm actually talking and drawing at the same time, and you're going to disturb me. Anyways, yeah, because I'm going to have, like some premium animations that get triggered with donations and stuff like that. So there's that. And I was thinking of doing, like a tutorial. I think Arbiter, I think you're going to like this. If I did a tutorial on how to draw Orion, I think that'd be fun. I think once we get to because I'm gonna do like a step goal thing where it's like as donations come in, we unlock more and more stuff. I was thinking of one of them being like an art class, you know, like a quick like like how to draw Ryan, and I'll walk you guys through it, and then you guys can draw her with me, and then you can send me what you did, and then we can like I'll like make a collage with them and have SPS posted at the end of an episode or something like that. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that'd be fun. Teach you guys how to draw her. Though I have no idea if I'll be good at it, but. Teaching, I did some teaching back in 2015, I think. Wow, it's 10 years ago already. Wow. So like I don't think I'm like the best teacher ever, but I think it would be fun to give like a lesson on how to construct her and draw her properly. Art class. I think it would be fun, right? For the debut? Like as one of the stuff goals, I thought that would be a fun idea. Draw her. People, at least I can draw and make art on it. Yeah, if it's a gaming laptop, it should be good enough for that. I mean, I had a laptop before my PC now. I couldn't stream on it, unfortunately. That's why I have the PC that I have now, which shout out to my Ko-fi supporters who helped me raise funds for that. But I had like a regular basic laptop and I was able to draw on it. So if you have a gaming laptop, you're good. Arbor says, well, people can take their laptop to work, school, or travel. Desktop is overall better for performance. So, well, yeah, I mean, obviously the laptop is like, it's mobile, like you can take it with you. But is there like a heavy difference? Like you say, it's like a better performance. Like, is it more likely to crash on a laptop? I'm assuming, right? Probably. An art class sounds fun, MJ says. Don't say that. Don't say that. Y'all are humbling me. I wish I could draw on stream too, to be honest. What do you mean, Akari? Why can't you? What do you mean by wish? Like, do you not have the equipment for that, or? Okay, we got her bangs in. Yay! Let's do some of her hair. I love drawing hair. That's why you'll rarely see me draw characters with short hair unless I have to. Like, obviously Silver Fangs is gonna have characters with short hair for some variety because I can't draw like clones all the time. That wouldn't be right. And I love all of my characters, but like I enjoy drawing long hair. There's just, it's so flowy, you know? It's so like whoosh. It's nice. I don't know if anybody can relate with that. No, I'm gonna just grab this line and move it. Here's a pro tip: ink with vectors. Since I started years ago, never went back. Facts. Akari says the laptop I have Clipstudio Paint on is really old. Clipstudio Paint crashes when I try streaming on Discord, so I have no hope of it surviving OBS and Twitch. Akari, literally what happened to me back in 2021. Yeah, when I started streaming, what's it called? It would be running. I don't know if you remember this or if you were watching me back then, but it was like common knowledge, like, and literally the norm for my viewers to watch me draw, and there'd be a lag. Like when I would draw a line, it would delay like a couple seconds, and it got really bad with every layer that I added. It was terrible. That's actually why I did like this big Ko-fi goal to raise like PC parts, and then my husband built me like a custom thing to like try to get like a budget friendly PC, and it's been better ever since. And it was really funny, like back then I did like challenges. I would like draw a Tem with a lag for 10 minutes to see how it would come out, and it still came out pretty good because I'm obsessed with him. But besides that, it was kind of a pain. So a lot of the streams were basically just inking. Like I couldn't sketch on stream, or it was like basically doing flats. It was a mess. So I completely understand where you're coming from. You need a stronger PC for sure. Yeah, that sucks because I was there. It's another reason. Like, and back then I like was streaming even less because of that. And then sometimes it would crash. So that's great too. We love that. We love that. Vector lines save lives if you're a line art focused person. Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm very much into inks because of, you know, my comics and stuff. Like I didn't even start rendering inks because like I typically will do some rendering with my line art as well, which I haven't gone back to do yet. I love line art, and you know, it's not a surprise, being that I like comic art. I think line art is often underappreciated. But yeah, vectors for line art is just really helpful. Maybe I can give it a try, but with like many asterisks in that title. Warning, will most likely crash. Yeah, I'm gonna give a response to that in a second, but you guys are gonna get an ad any minute, so we'll get into that again when you guys come back. In the meantime, we're back to Tem's shoulder pads. Let's do that. Do you guys even know, for those who aren't behind an ad, do you guys even know what these are? Like what function they had back when royalty used to wear these things? I don't even know. Oh, the ad didn't even start yet. There's always a delay for some reason. It'll tell me like 5 more seconds and then it's like another 30, I guess? Okay. Also, I'm kind of over the Death Note music. Let's change it up. Let's make it, some of my good old Twilight Princess. I did just draw him recently. I don't know if you guys saw. Go. Oh, I also decided to add the chat on stream, mainly for people who watch from YouTube, because it's always like 1 or 2 people on YouTube and I don't want them to feel left out from the conversation. That and for the replays, I guess. Oh, when we come back from ad, I'll ask people of which cam they prefer more. Okay, we got the pads done. So... let's see. Wait. There we go. And just... okay, cool, we're back. So Kyrie, I'm curious, what you use vectors for line art. What do you typically like to draw? And do you use Clip Studio Paint as well? And Akari, is Clip Studio Paint your preferred program as well, like it is mine? Or do you like Procreate? Because Procreate is like hot shit now, right? Oh, by the way, guys, I want to ask you real quick. Look at my layout right now, my stream. Look at it. Look at it. You're looking at it? Okay. Do you like this look better, or do you like this look better? because I like both, and I alternate between them depending on what I'm going for, but I get mixed responses. So far it seems like small cam is winning, so I've been keeping it, but I don't know. And I'm curious to know what you guys think. But yeah, so Akari says maybe I can give it a try, but with like many asterisks in the title warning, will most likely crash. Yeah, you can give it a try. I was gonna suggest like definitely don't draw on stream, just in case it does lag, because you're going to struggle with that. Maybe color on stream or thumbnail. Like, I guess if you can do the rough sketch, but like you're gonna have a hard time for sure. Have you tried it like before already? Yeah, before I got Clip Studio Paint, I used a free copy of Paint Tool Sci. Yeah, Paint Tool Sci. I think I used Paint Tool Sci like one time. I never like got into it, but that was a popular one too. Yeah, before Clip Studio Paint, I used Photoshop because I had. Oh my gosh, and Tim, can your arm just go where it's supposed to go? Come on, don't you want your arm to go around me? Why? You love putting your arm around me. Why are you resisting? Okay. Oh, yeah, by the way, I talk to the characters I draw sometimes. So yeah, I used Photoshop, and I really liked Photoshop for a while. I had like the disc, you know, like back in when I was in school, and then when it became subscription, I was just like, oh, okay, this isn't that much, and they raised the price. I'm like, oh, this isn't that much, then they raised the price. I'm like, okay, I can tolerate it because I like Photoshop. And then it just got completely out of control, so no more Photoshop for me. And then I moved to Clip Studio Paint and never looked back. So I never actually had time to try these other ones because I always and I did pirate Photoshop a couple times, but it would crash a couple times, so yeah. So I never had the opportunity really to try other programs because I already had the best one at the time, which was Photoshop. And the only reason I had the disc is because it was borrowed, by the way, because for as young as I was, there was no way I could afford it. Like those discs back then, like the program at the store to buy it was like hundreds of dollars. So yeah, it was borrowed. Like back then you could share it, remember? And you could like install it in like as many computers as you want. Oh, how things have changed. Yeah, I've been using Clip Studio Paint for so many years since my older college days. Yeah, Clip Studio Paint rules. I love it. I like the first one. Arbiter, so you like the small camera. That's what you mean by the first one, right? You like the little one. And can you tell me why that is? Like, is it that you like to see my avatar with the GIF up there as opposed to just the GIF? I wish I had Procreate, but I'm an Android user with my tablet. Yeah, I never had an iPad, but I'm also like, I don't think I'm gonna, like, it's expensive, and I don't even think I need one, because I don't typically draw when I'm out. It's very rare, because I also am rarely out. If I'm not at work, I'm typically at home. So I don't really need something like that. If I did cons a lot more, though, I might consider it, because I did see some people, some other artists with their iPads, like, drawing at their tables, and I was doing that too with like my sketchbook and stuff, but like if I had a tablet, it's like I could work on SilverPorts. I could like get a lot done for the whole weekend. Like that's a lot of free time, you know? So yeah, maybe one day. Okay, and I'm lazy, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy these guys and yoink, come over here. There we go. I don't know why I didn't do that from the beginning. I'm like inking every single one by hand. I saw a video today on Instagram that somebody made. I'm not gonna call out who it was. But they were basically responding in a negative way to people who have a problem with artists using a lot of 3D assets and it was getting a lot of support, even from people that I know and follow. And I was a little bummed by that because they were like, oh, we have to do this because of, like, nobody looks at the backgrounds for, like, when you scroll past panels for like 2 seconds, so like why invest your time and stuff. And I don't know, I felt like I was kind of like, if that was the case, then why would people complain about the 3D assets? I don't know. For me, I felt weird seeing that because I like to see original backgrounds and designs. I like to see people drawing them by hand. I think it's cool. It adds personality. I appreciate backgrounds. Maybe I'm the minority. What do you guys think about that? Because I draw everything from scratch, and that's not like to flex or whatever. It's just because I like to make it my own, and when I'm reading other content from other mangakas and comic artists, I like to see them draw them as well because I want to see how they do it. Like, I don't consider the background as like secondary. Like, it's part of the art as much as the characters are. I want to see that. So, I don't know. I felt kind of alone there because I was just like, dang, there's a lot of people who I know in the comments agreeing with this, and I'm just like, by myself. It's like, oh, it's like I don't just scroll past backgrounds. Like, I look at them. Kara says, I used it once, but my copy was given to me from a classmate, but all the menu was in Spanish, so it was gonna take forever to manually change it in English, so I haven't had luck, which is on my laptop, so rip. That's funny. And Kari, I didn't actually particularly like Paint Tool side, but it was free copy, yeah, and it got me into digital, so I can't hate it too much. Now I pretty much only use Clip Studio Paint, same. Also, I will try coloring. I like coloring most, personally. Yeah, coloring is fun. Yeah, and it's a little bit easier, on any lag if you experience any, because you're not just being so precise, so I found that a little bit easier. With Paint Tool side, it's still good as tech program. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm good with my old Wacom Intuos Pro and my Samsung Galaxy. Yeah, no, if you're used to it and you're comfortable with it, you don't need to change. Heck, I remember, like, I was really familiar with Photoshop back then, and I was really comfortable with it, and I remember being really angry because I didn't have the patience to learn a whole new program. I didn't want to do that. But when they kept raising their prices over and over and over again, I got so frustrated, and they kind of forced me to, because it was just unjustifiable, you know? I was like, I'm not doing this. And you know what? I'm glad they did that because I was paying monthly when I didn't need to, because Clip Studio Paint is a one-time buy. Like, you can pay monthly to have like the latest version and stuff. Like, they have options basically, and I appreciate that. I love seeing both 2D-U and 3D-U. Plus the cat on MJ is cute. Oh, okay. Thanks for that. Now you're making me want to update my little 2D me even more because it's she's an oldie. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the PNG model and see which one if you like or enjoy the 2D model as much as the webcam. How you guys feel about that. I might add some, like, if I get really into it, I might add some, like, embroidery on his coat and stuff. I just don't want it to be, like, I have this urge to, like, make it really fancy because I love Atem so much and he's royalty, but also, like, this is a Halloween costume, you know? I can't make it too nice because then it looks real. So let me add a little bit of cross-hatching back here. Yeah. And I might add some more line weight to his hair. It's needs some more variety. I'll come back to that. I can always do that off stream. Let's return to MJ. Let's make her... Let's continue with her hair. Wait, where does that strand go? My hair sketch is so light that I never edited it. Look, like stops right here. Okay, so I have to make it up with the liner. There we go. I love this music. Is there any Twilight Princess fans in chat? I salute you. I'm actually not that big. I say this all the time because I have to remind people. I'm not that big of a Zelda fan. I like Zelda games. I played many of them, and I enjoy Zelda. But I wouldn't call myself a fan. But when it comes to Twilight Princess, yes, it is the exception. Obsessed. I just drew my avatar with Link actually recently. If you guys see it on my socials. Let me see what Kyrie's got to say here. Kyrie says, I love seeing hand-drawn backgrounds, but I understand why 3D backgrounds is used mainly to save time and rush time limit, yeah. But if done well and blended with 2D drawing, it can match as well. As an artist, I get sad when folks don't get the background itself, like unspoken character, that much importance, just like the main characters. Yeah, I understand, like, for example, I know that, like, a lot of webtoon originals, what's it called? The contracts I've heard are complete dog crap. And there's time limits and they require to do a lot of panels in a lot of short time. So there are scenarios which I understand and I'm not totally not judging. But I guess for people who are not in those situations, I just think that they're actually you're doing yourself a disservice. You're missing out on practice. I don't know. To me, it's like, do you want to be the best that you can possibly be? Do you want to make the highest quality product that you can? And to me, that is that's just by drawing. It's just that simple. Just draw it. There are tools that, you can, like, I don't know, use the 3D models to, like, as like a reference for the perspective of things, but I just feel like totally relying on them. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm a minority in that case. But it's because of these 3D asset things is the reason why I don't enjoy comics as much as I like to, at least on the webcomic side, because the pros don't do it. And see, and that's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh.
Jukebox is my go-to supplier. Their quality is amazing, and I love that they're being...
Oh, Thousand Year Door music. Be careful because of copyright. That's not a good one. Let's put on. Let's do Kingdom Hearts. Sure. But yeah, when you open a comic book by the best of the best, one of those being Dan Mora, personally my favorite comic artist from the West, he doesn't use 3D assets. He draws his backgrounds. Let me find a good example of a good one. And I guess it just depends on who you want to be like, Like, again, this is no shade, this is just me personally. I want to be more like Dan Mora rather than a webtoon original, because I think his work is better. I think I respect his content more. Let me just find, wow, there's just a lot of fight scenes and explosions. Just like no example. Come on. Lots of explosions and punching and give me one background shot, because I know he does well. Here's some cars. Okay, here's one. Here, hang on. Let me get the big cam for a second. Here we go. Look at that. Can you see it? My camera doesn't like to focus very well, except on me for some reason. It's kind of got a crush on me. It's weird. Whenever I try to show stuff, it blurs, you see? But look at the car, like that. That's a master. I want to be like him. You know? And you can't do that if you don't draw the stuff, because then you don't get the practice. How can you improve if you're not doing it? You know what I mean? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? That's all. So yeah, so I just kind of felt like left out a little from that video, and with everyone in the chat like agreeing. So I'm just like, you guys don't want to draw your backgrounds? Why? Except again for the time-saving thing. Like I understand the exceptional case, but typically, I think you should. I think that's my personal advice to artists out there. If you want to get good, draw it. Let me scroll up in chat. Catch up. Up. Kyrie says, that's a move. Sometimes you want to go extra even when it comes back to bite you hard. I forgot the context of that already. I'm sorry. I talked too much. I'm not really sure what you're responding to. I'm sorry, Kyrie, if you don't mind repeating that or explaining why you said that, what I said. Can't wait to see your new 2D model soon. Thank you, Arbiter. Yes, I'm excited to share it. Super excited. You guys are gonna love her. I love Zelda, so vibe with the series. It's fine to just enjoy only one title. I do like the other titles, just not so much that like, because I don't like to throw around the word fan, because I don't want to do a disservice to those who are actual fans. I don't want to like insult them by calling myself a Zelda fan when they actually are. Like they played, like I haven't even played Breath of the Wild, you know, so how could I be a Zelda fan? Like I'm not like that hardcore, but I do like Zelda. I've played Ocarina of Time, I've played Wind Waker, I've played Majora's Mask, like I've played games. I don't think I've ever finished them except for Ocarina of Time. No, I came close to that one. Finished Wind Waker, finished Twilight Princess multiple times. Twilight Princess is just, I just really like it. I mainly use Krita, to be honest. I heard of that one too, but I'm not familiar. OMG, Sanctuary pulled me out of the lurk. Welcome back. Love Kingdom Hearts. Karen says, for me it's like a tool, and it really depends on the artist. Like there is one webtoon artist who used their own custom-made 3D background that stands out, unique stylized, like animated matches with their own characters, but I get that might not be norm though. That sounds cool though. See, I can't comment on that because I would have to see it for myself to like get an opinion, but regardless of my opinion, like I said, like it really 0-0. Oh yeah, I hear Zelda. There's no shame, because it really depends on what the content is that you're making and why and what the purpose is. You're right, it is a tool. But we have to be careful with these tools because you can't improve if you're not drawing it. So that's all. Just proceed with caution, is what I'm saying. Oh, neat. Which run of Batman is that? Isn't that? Yeah. Batman, Superman, Elementary. Here, I'll show you the cover. Wait. So you can look it up. It's really great. I have it on my desk because I'm obsessed with Dan Mora's work, basically. But so you can like take a screenshot of that or something. But yeah. Yeah, it's great. I have a couple of comics here. I think they're all Dan Mora, actually. Dan Mora and Jim Lee, pretty much. But Jim Lee's a given. I'm so disappointed that that guy barely draws anymore. And then I have Bleach here, and here, I'll show you what just so you can get an idea of like the stuff that's influencing my art on a regular basis that just kind of linger here. So yeah, Bleach, Twilight Princess. So yeah. I want to draw like them. Yeah, it's important to use certain tools beyond a shorthand. Yeah, I agree. Amelia says, I think you would enjoy Skyward Sword. It's a really emotional story. Yeah, I've heard People recommend that one a lot. If not playing it, I should at least like watch like a gameplay of it to get the idea of it. I'm getting sleepy and it sucks. Gotta work tomorrow. This could be my last week. I'm really sorry about that, but I wish you the best of luck. I hope it works out. Have a good night's rest, okay, so that you're bright and sharp and prepared for anything that comes to you tomorrow, okay? I know, probably should also sleep soon. Yeah, it is getting pretty late, so if you guys have to head out, totally understand. Just take care of yourself, okay? I'm just gonna be here, inking. I don't, it's unlikely that I'll come back tomorrow. It's not impossible, so, you know, make sure you're followed so you get your notification. You can check my Twitter too, my socials. I'll often, like, say it, but I'll be back next week for sure. Either on Saturday or Sunday. It's always one or the other. When I get my PNG model, though, it might be both at some point. Maybe even during the week. Maybe I'll get to raid you back, Akari. Maybe I'll catch you streaming at some point. It's almost midnight. How long will you stream? I don't know. As long until people have to go, I guess, or long until I get tired. Because I've only been streaming for, 3 hours. So, yeah. So maybe, I don't know, another 20 minutes, I guess. I wanted to start earlier, but, you know, stuff was coming up.
Maybe everything we've done, maybe it was over nothing.
But yeah, keep an eye on my socials, because when I announce when the debut stream is going to be, maybe I'll also post the step goal plans, so we can see what to expect, like the giveaways and maybe the Orion tutorial, stuff like that. I think it'll be fun. I have a lot of ideas. I think I missed a warning for an ad. I'm not sure. You might get an ad soon. I don't know.
He's a lucky kid.
Okay, so this part, just move like there. Jewel like this. I got quiet focused on the little chain. Oh yeah, see, so you guys are behind an ad. There we go. Are we back? So also to answer your question, Millie, is it too late for you? Like, what's again, typically I did want to start streaming earlier, but what's a good time for a stream for you from start to finish? But yeah, how long do you stream? It's funny, I used to do 2 days a month and I would only go for 2 hours. But it's getting longer, and a lot of that is because the chat is more active now, which is really cool. People are finding me and enjoying watching me. So they talk more, which means I respond more, which means I get less done, which means I want to be around longer because I want to just ink, you know? Yeah, I like her little, it's like she's in costume, but not really, hint hint. Like she's an actual mermaid, but nobody would know, hiding in plain sight. So, over here. But if y'all are getting eepy, yeah, you know, yeah, just go, and yeah, 15 more minutes. Yeah, I'll go until midnight, and then that'll be all. Should I give it to him gloves? I kind of like that idea. Because he never wears them, so it's like a nice little change. I think I will.
I'm dreaming.
Just do that.
Which parts were the dream?
Add a little bit more weight to her hair.
How will you fight without a weapon?
I know now I don't need it.
I like the gloves.
Better weapon.
I like the gloves.
Your heart? What good will that weak little thing do for you?
Although my heart may be weak, it's not alone. It's grown with each new experience, and it's found a home.
Short little t-shirt.
I've become part of their heart, just as they become part of mine. And if they think of me now and then, if they don't forget me,
Sora's giving his friendship speech.
I don't need a weapon. My friends are my power.
Okay. I'm going to add some cross-hatching right here. There's a couple spots there I think looks good. And wait. There we go. Okay. It's coming together. I'm kind of thinking of inking the whole thing off stream so that when we come back next week, it can be the colors, which I think would be fun because then you guys get to see Tobias's colors come to be, which would be the first official time I've ever drawn him. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, that's more for people who actually like follow my little fandom lore. Okay. She's wearing like these like fake like arm fin things, or like sleeves. It's just a costume. Or is it? Also, when I log off, I'm gonna eat something. I'm starving. A little bit more line weight here, actually. Kyrie, that's a really cute emo. Where'd you get that? There we go. Now, do I like these little streamer kind of things? I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on them. Maybe if I made them a little bit more dainty, like ribbon. Like, the edges are too hard. I'm not a fan. How about I get gifted a lot of time than I expect over here. Oh well, this one is from 1869. Oh, like you get gifted subs and stuff, and that lets you use those. Those are cute. Yep, that's so cool. Well, for your first stream here, I hope you had a fun time chatting with me and watching me work and stuff like that. Yeah, because we're gonna wrap up soon in a couple minutes. I have to decide what I'm gonna do about these like little streamers hanging from her arm. I don't know if I love it. Might play with that a bit more. Piro, if you're still lurking and listening, I want to know how Kirby Air Ride is going before we call it a stream. I want to know if you're kicking butt. It was a lot of fun. I was chilly and doodling. That's a cute way to say it. I never heard it that way. On my tablet in my own room. That's so green. What were you doodling? Unless you said it already and I just forgot. I don't think you did though. Oop, take care, MJ. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to end stream before you're ready. It's just, it is, you know, looking at the time, it is a little bit late. I did want to start sooner so I could stream longer, but, you know, life. Wait, I'm trying to figure out where her back goes. Hang on, it goes this way. Yeah, it'll be right here. Have a good night. You guys are saying bye and I'm not even leaving yet. Just, you you know, 7 more minutes, you know, no rush. But I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and will come by and see me again next week. Saturday or Sunday evening. Oh well, I'm still here. Yeah. This is his frilly sleeve. There we go. I have no idea if anybody is streaming this late. We'll have to find out. Sorry, I got quiet. You see like how I can't talk at the same time? I hope it's still entertaining even when I'm quiet. I hope just watching me like go over with the lines is still like... So what happened with her hair here? I get 2 bunches. I'm gonna have to fix that. So this one should come around here. And then this one should actually go a little bit further out like this. Correcting my past me's goofy, rough sketches. Kyrie says, just some girls randomly. I've been trying to get back into art after my art block and some IRL struggles. It's not like my younger day. I had passion before I broke down. Still want to do art even despite everything. Good for you. Good for you. If it brings you joy, it's all good. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're still pursuing it, whether that's professionally or not. Like, I think that sometimes people think that just because they enjoy something and they're good at something that they have to like pursue it in some kind of serious way. I think if it makes you feel good and you enjoy it, that's plenty reason enough, you know? Especially if you really enjoyed it in the past. I'm glad you're getting back into it, and I'm sorry that stuff happened to you. I can relate. I had some rough times a couple years ago too. I only just recently started to like come out of it, so I understand. So this is pathetic. 3 hours and 17 minutes, and all we did was 2 half body inks. Not even, MJ's not even like half done. It's just been chatty all the time. But it was fun. I regret nothing. It was really fun. I love it though. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna ink the rest off stream, so we can actually have it done. And then next week we'll do the flats. We'll do the colors, like the base colors, maybe a little bit of rendering, depending how far we get. You never know with me. So that should conclude stream. Let me see if there's anybody that we can raid on Twitch, though I don't think so. All my friends are offline, I think. How do I... wait. Isn't there a way to see who's streaming from people you follow? Yeah, like nobody I know is actually streaming right now. And I could stream a new person, but the thing is that I can't stick around to meet anybody right now because it's late. This is why I wanted to stream earlier, but So we're gonna have to skip raiding this time. I have to stream earlier next time. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Don't forget to follow me on social so you can be notified about my PNG model debut, which I built up on myself, so I'm really excited for that. Yeah, this was lots of fun. I hope you had fun. Thank you for hanging out with me. Let me... outro music, go. Bye! Until next time! And don't forget to read Silverfangs. Read Silverfangs, tell me what you think about it, send me a DM if you're new, I'll invite you to the Discord server so you can talk about it with other people. And yeah, see you next week.